Hey there, guys. It's Mark Adam from the Parenting Podcast. Join me and my co-host, KDG, every week for a brand new episode. We talk about parenthood and kids. We talk about it from every single angle. We talk about the lows, the highs, the laughs, and the cries. Join us. Subscribe wherever fine podcasts are found. And don't forget to join our community. You can start by visiting us on Facebook, facebook.com/parenting. It's like parenting with an A in the middle because we like to rant about stuff. Anyway, you get it. We'll see you there.
Here at InTalksicated Reviews, we intellectually dissect the art of cinema, scene by scene. Here's some clips.
All he is, it's just a fucking big wooden doll full of cum, chasing kids around.
You look up guys who poop in a bag. Because I think that's where you'll find him. Because he is hurt.
It's probably just in your search history anyway, isn't it?
This movie fucking blows.
So don't forget to subscribe to InTalksicated Reviews on all places you find podcasts. Except Spotify. We're working on it.
Do not take product if you are hypersensitive.
Oh, hey, Internet. And welcome back to the Intoxicated Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah, and Intoxicated is a weekly drinking comedy podcast where I usually have my friends on. We have a couple drinks and talk about life. I'm going to keep it super quick in this intro this week because we have an action-packed 2-hour episode coming your way. This week is the crossover episode with the Boys Club Comedy Podcast. If you're a listener of the podcast, you probably remember Andrew Vaughan, who did a solo episode with me, and also he was on the anti-Christmas episode. And of course, Travis Lindsay, who is back and was just on last week's episode with Dan. So they're good friends of mine. I love having them on the podcast whenever I can. And I'm super stoked to have done a crossover episode with a podcast that I legit like and listen to and am a fan of. I actually started becoming a fan of Boys Club before I even knew Travis and Andrew. So there you go. It was super fucking cool to go over to where they record and hang out. And so what we did this week was we did get together and do an episode together, and we put it on each other's feeds, kind of killing two birds with one stone. And this is a shit show of an episode, guys. We drank, we consumed other things, and it's a shoot the shit episode. It's a lot of fun. Richard Allen also joined us for this one. Richard was on the anti-Christmas episode. And this is what it is, guys. Some episodes are a little more serious and subject-based and planned. And some are all over the place, but that's what drunk podcasting is. Again, this is very fitting because Andrew, Travis, and Richard are all comedians, and I have been on a comedy kick lately, and I have been loving it. I have been having so much fun. It's really, truly re-energized my passion for podcasting, and it's just a blast. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Hopefully you'll have a drink while listening and enjoy the randomness of all the different things we talk about. So I'm going to shut up now and get to the episode. Obviously, follow and subscribe to the Boys Club Comedy Podcast. It's amazing. It's one of my faves. Of course, follow Intoxicated. We are Intoxicated Podcast everywhere except Twitter, where we are at _Toxicated. Shoot us an email at intoxicatedpodcast@gmail.com. Check out our Patreon, which is patreon.com/intoxicated. I just posted another audio diary on there, and I have a bonus episode with Boys Club that we recorded in this same night. Coming soon, another shit show. We essentially recorded for 3 solid hours, so whew, it was a doozy. But check out Patreon if you're interested in supporting the show and getting some extra content. And of course, I can't stress it enough, make sure you are subscribed to the podcast wherever you find your podcast, whatever app you use. Make sure the subscribe button is hit so you get those episodes. And I can see the numbers, and I know that people are listening and still care about this thing. That's why it is so important. So subscribe, rate or review on iTunes, always appreciated, and tell your friends. So that's about it, guys. Sorry for the quick intro this week. I just want to get right to it. Here is the crossover episode with Boys Club Comedy Podcast.
Shock the system.
Do not take product if you are hypersensitive.
Boys Club. Yeah, yeah. You need to shut the fuck up.
And we're actually recording. I made sure to hit the recording button this time. We don't want to do 2 hours of a fucking podcast and then find out that none of us are recording.
How many times is that now?
Yeah.
How many times have we done that?
I've
done it? You're like, you got a fucking mouse in your pocket? This is the weird Boys Club sort of intoxicated podcast crossover episode.
Boys Club Get Intoxicated.
I was going to call it Boys Intoxicated, like Girls Interrupted.
Yeah. That's fun.
But I had to explain to her what I meant by that the other
Or
night.
Boytalksicated. Well, we'll figure it out.
I just wanted to make a cover that looked like I was the Girls Interrupted cover.
Toxic Boyskated. As we discuss the mysteries of Oak Island.
Oh, my favorite subject.
We have we have a Richard joining us tonight. You've almost been on the Boys Club Comedy Podcast more than Dan Henderson.
Oh, he has.
So.
He has. There's at least one.
Yeah, well, I've had my cameos.
I say hi almost every time I hear him walk out in the kitchen.
Yeah, you had the
I
best.
like your cameos a lot.
Oh, thank you. I like having a reason to yell from across the room. I don't get that very much in my life.
I guess I should say we're pre-recording this now. This is going to come out the week, my first week in Ontario, because it's going to be a little hectic for me to record that week. So I thought, why not all of us get together, drink, record an episode? We can put it on each other's feeds, smoke
We're going to double
weed
penetrate
every
the
day.
internet.
Yeah, sure. I'm anal, though. I mean, all the way.
84 listeners.
84, now down to 80 after I said I'm anal all the way.
You have 84 listeners?
Something like that.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, a lot of them are foreign countries. I'm sure that they're just bots. They don't even,
Mexico, Tokyo, come on.
There's no way
Gotta
they
get them
legitimately know what we're saying.
Got to get them sploot influence. You know, people who speak English outside of this country.
In England, yes.
and Japan. Most places in the world speak English better than we do.
That's impossible.
Travis, we're white.
Oh, my God. Well, thanks for coming on, Sarah.
Thank you so much. I'm honored for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
That you wanted to collab on this. One is that I'm not a comedian. And two is that I'm not a boy. Sorry, Andrew.
Oh, well, that is it. Get out of my fucking house. And besides, they prefer the term. Been through this before.
Lady boy.
But
Yeah,
Sarah,
exactly.
Depending on their
you'll
ping pong
always be
skills.
one of the boys.
We do have the bell here, by the way, if you want to.
It's true, I will.
If at any time you
It's a great
feel.
Katy Perry album.
Oh,
If at any time you feel the need.
what's the rule behind the bell? How does this work? I just hear it dinging from my bedroom.
Just when you're
I never
feeling
know
it,
why.
if you say something super
Racist.
yeah, I was gonna say offensive,
I gotta get a stick.
or you make a good point.
You hear me playing with the bell when the podcast is not even happening because I just have fidgety fingers. I'm like,
I'm going to try to toe bell it.
toe bell it. No, we could do that.
At some
I'll just bring it to you.
Oh,
You just
so
give
when
me
I
a
bust up some
signal.
weed, I need something to put
Don't.
Hang on. What did you do?
Oh my God!
Worst movie
Travis
from
was
the
gonna
Brit.
Travis is gonna kill Richard for grinding up weed on the Lion King VHS.
Okay, well,
Which one did
Cool Runnings.
I said you dig it when something racist happened.
Oh man.
It's like you had senses there. You knew something was wrong.
I just
You
felt
had to look.
there's a disturbance in the
My
force.
favorite part is you hid it back under 2 or 3 other movies so that he couldn't just easily grab it from the top to defy you.
He's got to get through Oliver and Company and Power Rangers first.
I do see Beauty and the Beast there.
That one, even that one's fine. I can live with that.
Tale as old as time. Fuck, I love that movie.
It's a great one.
Yeah, it's the only movie I watched in theaters and my mom stayed
Didn't
awake
fall
the entire
asleep.
time.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean. It's a sweet story.
He's so tired of this. My story.
No, I had a great grandmother with Alzheimer's. I've heard it's fine. I can hear it about 10 more times.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck. Now Richard's like, fuck it, I'm going to go get high in my room. Oh, no, his lights. Good call. Oh, we got some nice low lighting
Is this turned
now.
into an orgy?
You should always say that
that's
for a
so
podcast. Join us next week
It
on
would have
the
been a much
lighting.
better joke if you hadn't been
Whoa,
yelling.
too far.
It would have been a much
Too
better
far.
joke if you hadn't been yelling rape all night.
No. We'll talk later.
I'm not going down for this one. I almost did. Was it you who gave me that line? For me, it's not me too, it's me please.
Yeah.
I I almost said it on stage the other night following Pardis's Me Too thing, but I was like, no, I'll just let this one go.
Me, please.
Me, please.
Oh my God.
Did you do a guest spot?
No, this is Gus's. Oh, no, this is Gus's. Mondays. Yeah, so how's everybody been? We just saw each other a couple days ago.
Tuesday.
Nothing new to talk about.
Yeah.
I live with you all the time, and I talk to you all the time, so I really don't care.
I've been staying up too late.
I know, because you message me at 3 in the morning when I'm high on brownies, and I don't message
Staying up or not sleeping?
Staying up.
I'll see.
I've been able to fall asleep pretty quick.
Lucky.
But I've been hitting like weird energy peaks where I'm just like wired until like 4.
Yeah, cocaine will do that to you.
No, it's not cocaine.
Oh, well, then get the fuck out. I thought you were packing. That's why I invited you here tonight. Packing? That's not even a term. I tried to be cool.
It's real bad. Like, people are worried about me. They're like, go to bed. But I also, like, if I'm not working, I'll sleep until 1 or 2.
What do you drink coffee? Like past 4 o'clock?
No. Not past 4.
I would hope it would be worn off by 2 in the morning, though, or that's some great fucking coffee.
Some people are really sensitive to caffeine.
Oh, yeah?
Like if you have coffee late enough in the day, it can stop your system from letting you fall asleep.
Coffee does nothing for me other than gets me going in the morning. Yeah. It doesn't give me, like, I can drink it at 2 in the morning and then go right to bed. Like, I drink coffee like it's a cigarette.
It's called drug resistance. It's a thing.
I ordered a tea at a second cup the other day. My friend that was with me looked looked at me like I just blown 3 dudes. Like, are you gonna get a tea? Huh? I'm like, yeah, I like tea. Green tea is good,
and it's healthy.
Fuck, I like coffee too, but green tea's the shit.
You're trying to find any explanation why your shit's green.
Oh yeah, that only happened once.
Maybe it's the tea.
Was it only the one time?
Okay, yeah, it was only that one time.
Tea's, yeah.
I'm dying, and I know it. That's all good.
No, you don't know it because you haven't been to the doctor.
Well, this is why I worry when I get home at 5:30 p.m. on a Friday and your door is closed and all the lights are off in the apartment, and I have to send you a text message to see if you've died.
Oh my God!
Turns out I just took edibles in the day and needed a nap.
Do you ever get sincerely worried about Andrew?
No, not really. But sometimes you got to check.
I'm just glad I didn't let you go home with the rope.
Oh man, I wish you had. She gave me rope for a Christmas present for our listeners, and she wouldn't let me take it home.
It would have just went missing.
Yeah,
we
some
have
Tuesday
20
night.
feet of twine in the storage room.
It would have come in handy when my belt broke the other day. I would have tied my pants up.
Yeah, but why did the belt break?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, I buy these fucking belts from the Mr. Big and Tall store, and they got stretchy fabric in them, right? So, like, they're great because then, like, they stretch. And every time I buy them, the stitching comes out of the, like, where the buckle is. Mm-hmm. And every time I go in, I'm like, I like these belts, man, but, like, at $40 a pop, I expect more than a year's worth out of the belt. And I went in one time with Andrew Evans complaining about how these belts always break, and Andrew's like, said out loud, and the girl working there, of course they break. Look at what they're trying to hold up. You're putting too much pressure on them. But I went in the other day and I said, this is my 4th belt that's broken. And the guy's like, I've never seen that happen before. I'm like, well, it's the 4th fuck. And he's like, well, I've never seen it happen before. I'm like, both statements can be very true. You can never have seen it happen before. / I can have 4 belts that break. Like fuck off. And yeah, anyway.
Look at these marks on my neck.
I keep trying to jerk myself off, and it's not working.
Instead of Schrodinger's cat, we've got Andrew's belt.
Does it work or does it not work? It's constantly in flux.
Jesus.
Do you wear belts as a woman?
No,
ever?
Because I don't wear a lot of pants.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that shit.
Pants are pretty comfortable. I wore a skirt for Halloween once, and like they're pretty great. They are.
You're not gonna sell.
Nobody else you had a skirt and go to use a urinal before, because it's a whole other experience.
Do you tuck it under your chin?
That's kind of what I did.
Yeah.
And I had to let it hang down a little, but
and since that day, Richard has been very pro gender neutral bathrooms.
That's true.
No, I don't like pants.
No, you're lucky.
They
you have
hug
an
the
option.
wrong spots on me.
We don't have an option. We're pants or we're fucking weirdos.
I mean, that's true.
I know a dude. I used to work at a call center for a bank, and there was a strict dress code. And one time it was like 40 fucking degrees in Halifax with humidity, and it was super hot out. And some dude wore a dress or a skirt rather, into the office as a protest because guys weren't allowed wearing shorts, but women could wear dresses and skirts. And they sent him home because apparently they're a fascist organization of some sort.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah.
You don't even see the lower half of the teller. Like, why would it matter? Like,
and even worse, this was the call center.
Oh, Jesus! No one even.
So like, we weren't even directly
sees you at
face to face
all.
with the public. It was just
He could come in wearing a shirt that says "Sit on my face," and you guys shouldn't care. Like,
Hello, call center. Wait a minute. Heard a lot of skirt wearing in your voice. You wearing a skirt? Am I done with this fairy boys?
I could tell by the way your tone of your voice sounds that you pee. You sit down when you pee. You fucking. I didn't stand up to pee until I was like 25. I used to sit down all the time.
you still should.
Probably.
Now that you missed the
I pissed myself again the other night. I was glad you weren't awake to see it.
What?
Well, I thought I was hitting the bowl the entire time, and then I noticed the floor was wet, and then I noticed my entire pants were wet.
I mean, I have 1,000 questions for you guys.
Sure.
That is just every day in this house.
Yeah. One time I pissed my pants, and I didn't even change them. I was like, I've got nuggets to eat. I went out and ate my McNuggets. I'm just going to eat these and go to bed anyway, so what's the point of changing my pants?
That sounds like an excerpt from a TLC show.
My 500-pound life. Any question you want to ask men? It's not
I think I've asked this to you before, but like urinal etiquette and like how that all works.
I don't do urinals. That's how it works for me. I've
always been more of a stall guy myself.
And Travis hates doing anything in public, so you're asking the wrong people.
No, I'll use urinals if I'm not doing a show. I use a stall if I'm on a show. It's a weird superstition thing.
Fair. You know, I never thought of that.
You also just don't want to be pissing next to some guy that you're trying to piss, and he's like, "Man, you're fucking funny, dude," or like, or like, "My buddy's funny too." Like, fuck off.
Do you talk to the urinal people or?
No, it shows they will.
Yeah, they will. Yeah. Post show, I'll use a urinal. Pre show, I always use a stall.
Huh.
A little isolation.
Same way. I go into the women's room pre-show and I just drop a load.
Of what? That's
the
game. It's up for you to decide.
Yeah. Always wipe those toilet seats.
Yeah, I'm fucking Bandersnatch in my bathroom adventures.
Choose your own adventure. Oh my God. 3 stalls, 3 different results.
You like inadvertently get
that takes
pregnant.
control.
I remember
that's how it happens.
I remember the first time I went into a girl's bathroom in high school.
It
was closed. Like it was after hours. I'm like, I'm gonna go see what this fucking thing looks like.
Yeah.
It was just the same without urinals. I thought there was gonna be a couch. Someone told me there was a couch in there called your period couch. When you have your period, you can lay on the couch.
You were literally the second guy to tell me that he thought.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would a women's bathroom have couches?
Because you guys get your periods and shit.
What? Why would that? What?
You guys get all crampy and orny when you're on your periods, and you need a place to lay down for a few minutes.
Like one of those like early 1900s like fainting chairs.
Yeah, it's a period couch.
I wish that
somebody
was the
get
case.
the smelling salts.
We should be able to get work off too at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, man, that's something I would not have to go through.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna turn it into a hack comic bit. If a man on his period. I bet they'd solve that problem, you know what I mean? In 24 hours, they'd have it figured out.
Well, you think it's all UTIs, so it's all good.
Yeah, I've had a UTI once, I think. It hurt when I peed, and I think it was because my dick was just dirty.
Oh, fuck.
You don't have to visualize it when I say it.
Are you imagining the smell?
It's not that I don't have to. It's that I can't stop it.
We all have dirty dicks once in a while. You can take a 7-hour road trip without a shower. It fucking happens. You know? I spent 24 hours on a train, motherfucker.
I wish that was the gun. I wish that was your last word. Spent 24 hours on the train, motherfucker.
He finally reached a weird breaking point. It was very fucked up.
I have a serious question.
Yeah, sure.
Intoxicated and Boys Club. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's picture them as people in high school or like characters in a movie or something. What's the relationship?
I didn't have any bitches as friends in high school. That's the relationship.
Are we brother sister? Are we friends? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know what is. I don't know.
You're those weird goth kids that finger each other under the steps into the school.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I was gonna say we're second and third. Oh wait, I need to bring the bell over for. It doesn't really ding on my knee very well. I'm trying to ring the bell and hold 1.5 liters of beer.
There we go.
I'll just do this next time, and I'll flip it for you. I thought I was going to say we were second and third cousins. That it's still kind of weird if we fuck, but not that weird.
But like, it might have happened one
Like,
night.
can't hardly wait. It's like
It's
only through marriage. Really?
No,
It's on Netflix.
I know. I gotta
That's
watch
a
it.
great movie.
That's
I'm
right
a
up your
big
alley.
Jennifer Love Hewitt fan.
She's hardly in the movie. It's such a. It's
on
such
the
a
poster.
Yeah, but it's such a
Hardly
group.
wait.
It's such a
I saw
group
that one.
movie.
Well, it's on Netflix.
Young
apparently.
Jason Segel, literally, is like barely even credited. He's just known as Watermelon Guy.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
Yeah.
She did music for a bit.
Selma Blair is in it for like
I
2
like that
seconds.
bitch.
Like that.
Did you ever see her in Storytelling? Did you ever hear that movie, Storytelling?
No.
See, this is why it'd be perfect to play audio right now. Okay. I can't say the words that she says in Storytelling.
Oh,
But she hooks
not?
up with her black professor.
well, that's why.
And when he's banging her from behind against a wall, he says, "Say fuck me
Nigger.
harder." And she goes, "What?" And he goes, "Say fuck me
Nigger.
harder." And she just ends up yelling over and over again, "Fuck me
Nigger.
harder," until she comes.
You sure it's not the other way around? Harder nigger? Cause
No, it's-
nigger harder sounds weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, did I? Oh, wait, you're right. It is the other way. That is kind of
that does sound weird.
Yeah, you're
What
probably
movie is
right.
this?
It's probably
Oh,
harder than yeah.
Storytelling?
Yeah, it's a weird fucking movie. It's like this indie director. I really like his shit, but he's just a fucking weird guy. Todd Solondz, I think is his name. Did another movie called Palindrome. It's very fucking weird. Just an artsy guy. Oh, what's that one? He did Happiness. This movie called Happiness.
Okay.
And Philip Seymour Hoffman has a scene where he's like jerking off on the phone or some shit. Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
So she cheats on her gimpy boyfriend. She's got a boyfriend that's got like a gimp arm, and she cheats on him with the black fucking professor.
She's created a crippled racist. Yeah. You can't do that.
I really want to watch this movie now.
You can't be a crippled racist. How do you do a Zig Heil?
That's a zigzag Heil.
Racist things.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
It's a good. I own it on DVD if you want to. I can lend it to you.
Okay. Oh,
It's a
wait,
fucked up movie.
actually no, because my MacBook Air doesn't play anything. Like I don't even have a CD.
Wasn't
drive.
Dan once? I tried to lend him something on DVD. Stop trying to lend DVDs in 2018.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
He made fun of me. Dan made fun of me for DVDs on my live stream.
Yeah. Well.
And I loved my response because he was like, "Why do you have DVDs?" And I went, "Because I'm 31." That was my response.
We grew up in an age where we collected movies. I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is a fucking arduous task.
You don't have to drink it
Holy
like that.
smoke-a-rooney.
That's a lot of strain, man. That's got to be, what, 2 pounds of beer?
I need this like on a rope around my neck, like a satchel.
Jesus Christ! What kind of beer is that?
It's Gulch.
You need a bottle with the 3 X's on it if you're going to do that.
A jug with 3 X's on it. Sorry. Oh, this beer's making me gassy.
That's what it does.
Gassy cat.
When is this tentatively going to be released?
It's going to be released on the week of the 26th of January.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Why? Do you have...
No, I'm just
I
wondering.
thought you were going to be like, oh, fuck, I got
just
something
wonder
important
when
to say,
it's-
but I don't want to
no.
say it now.
No, God, no.
Yeah, I was like,
Nothing
oh shit.
important to
He's
say.
like, Andrew's not going to be alive to release
no,
this
who knows?
episode after 1.5 liters of beer.
The way things are going, this could be a posthumous episode for the kid.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Life's going great, huh? For everybody. We're all happy.
I was just gonna say, I feel like there's a
Static.
general theme of suicidalness in the room.
I love it. I'm actually working on a documentary right now. It's about this mountain slope that people slide down. But a lot of people go missing and kill themselves there every year. It's called Suicide Slope instead of Murder Mountain. That's what I'm working on. Hashtag take me home. I just like joking about killing myself. I don't know why. I like it.
I feel like there was a point in time when I was worried, and I'm not really worried anymore. No, because I know you're joking.
Okay. Does
That's
anyone
when-
else here
that's when you
worry
need
that
this-
I might kill myself?
Andrew's death is far more likely to be accidental overdose.
Yeah.
Oh, it's heart attack all the way, baby. You're just gonna get a pain and be like, that'll go away, and then what if we found him with a bottle of Advil? He's trying to eat the whole fucking thing. You heard if you have a heart attack, take an Advil.
It's aspirin.
Aspirin. Yeah, that's why I got fucked up.
Here's how it ends. That door opens up. Andrew, I brought you Arby's. Andrew?
Hello, darkness, my friend. Actually, fuck that song. I want California Dreamin' to be played when my body's found.
It's a great jam. Great jam.
Do you want a ham sandwich found beside you too, Mama Cass looking piece of shit?
Dude, if you don't think that when I die there's going to be a ham sandwich found beside me, you're fucked. I keep one by my bed at all times just in case.
Sandwich in one hand.
If not, I'm just going to put two pieces of bread in between you.
That is a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
I just hope, just do me a favor. If you walk, I know it'll be disgusting, Richard, but if you walk in and I'm dead someday, just do me a solid. Pull my pants and my underwear down, and then call the police. Because I want them to investigate this shit, whether it's natural or not.
Will you do that?
I was going to make it look like you choked yourself out while jerking off.
Can you make a little speech bubble for his Catwoman thing and just say, he said he was only going to take a nap?
I'm going out on my own terms, though. I'm for sure committing suicide
when
I
you're
die.
older and sick
yeah.
and yeah.
If I find out I was terminally ill, I'm taking assisted suicide. It's happening.
Is that easy to do?
Because he doesn't want to be teased at the thought of a skinny Andrew.
Yeah. No, I'm going to wait till after I get
You're going to wait till the weight
yeah. I need to lose 200 pounds, get into my prom dress, and then you can off me.
Really want to go to prom, don't you?
Well, I want to go with a date. I went once before, so that's what I'm hoping for.
Overrated.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But it feels like one of those. I really believed in American Pie growing up that we were all going to get laid on prom night.
Did anyone else get laid? I didn't.
No, we didn't have any female friends.
No.
It's kind of hard.
Andrew forgot that you're supposed to fuck the pie first, then eat it.
Oh.
I just ate it and then rubbed my dick raw against the empty pie plate.
Oh,
what? Why is this not as fun as the movie?
I did stand up at my prom.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And you still didn't get laid? Your stand up must have sucked.
It was June. I was already not a virgin, so.
Well, fuck me walking.
Yeah. That was 2010. You'd already been celibate for 5 years.
Yep. Did you fuck in your prom night?
No.
Did you want to fuck on your prom night?
Yes.
And what happened? The guy was too drunk?
Honestly, it was just like my boyfriend stayed at my place and like they made us sleep in separate rooms, and I was too chicken to push that.
That's when you just put the glasses up against the fucking wall, listen in while jerking off.
And it was pre-popular cell phones too, right? So you could.
Yeah, I had the little. No, actually, I don't think I had my first cell phone until college.
Did you fuck at
what
your
year
prom?
was your prom?
2005.
Wow.
I'm 2001.
Mine was 2002.
Jesus.
You know how I easily remember?
Youngin'.
Not in the same decade.
This is how I easily remember it was 2001 because we got together and as a graduating class decided that we wanted our graduation clothing, like the clothing you can buy. We wanted the sweatpants that usually says class of whatever on the butt.
Oh, here we go.
They wanted ass of 2001 written on the butt instead of class.
Oh man.
Everyone majority voted for it, and like the entire graduating class. I did just to throw a I'd never buy them, but I was like, oh, this is gonna piss the principal off, so I fucking voted yes for sure, right? He had to have a meeting with the entire fucking graduating class explaining why no way, no chance where we were ever gonna end up with pants that said ass of 2001 written on them.
Wow.
Yeah. I went to prom. I dyed my hair blue for the night.
To match your balls.
Swinging a hit.
Yeah.
I will still say blue hair Andrew, fucking yellow hair Andrew. I don't give a shit. Anything would be better than when you shave your head.
I know. I miss those days though. It's so easy to
It's
maintain.
easy. It's very low maintenance. I know.
You're just jealous because you can't grow hair.
That's true.
Fucking
true.
Poser.
I might do a skullet in 2019. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
Go for it.
Thinking about it.
When you say low maintenance, as opposed to what? Like, what's like a guy's typical hair? How much time do you spend on your hair?
I don't think he should answer. He's bald, but go ahead if
like-
you
Well,
want to.
I did have hair at one
What's it
point.
compared? Because if I were to shave my head, I would.
And water just drops off of your hair, so I
Well,
don't
it's
think
two
Yeah.
things. I mean,
Yeah.
washing it, literally all you have to do is rub soap on your head and you're done.
Yeah.
There's no like
So it's like 30
cleaning
seconds
of it, so to speak.
I used to still use shampoo even when I went down to the hardwood just to like.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
But like you don't have to comb it. You don't have to worry about things messing it up.
Yeah.
Your head sure gets colder, yes, but
I've never noticed.
Anyway, that's what I mean by low.
I've never had a cold head in my life.
It's not fun.
I've never either.
Yeah, I guess you would notice. Yeah,
Of course you would. You
I
be
wonder what it's like.
having a cold head. We can shave your head. You come out looking like Britney Spears.
I mean,
Fucking post TMZ vagina pics.
it's the blackout era.
There's a
Britney
fucking
Spears.
umbrella beside you. You really actually look like her if you were swinging it in ball.
you know, Lindsay Lohan's mom did one of those fucking pussy shots getting a limo too.
Oh,
Yes.
that's gross.
A lot, and Britney Spears as well.
Brittany, yeah.
Well,
Well,
isn't there
Brittany,
like-
it
there's
was
a photo
Brittany,
of
Paris,
Brittany
and Lindsay
Paris
were like
all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in the back of a limo with their.
It was the
fucking
thing
scooters
to
hanging
do.
Oh,
out.
that right.
Did you know that Lindsay was not welcome in that car?
Oh, really?
Paris an interview because it was around when American Meme came out, and she was saying how Lindsay Lohan actually crashed that, and like they just did not want to deal
Sounds
with
like
her.
a confession of a teenage drama queen.
Listen, Lindy, we're all going to show our cunt, but you are not invited. A sit-down cunt is not a hot cunt.
No,
Did you ever see those pictures? They're not hot. Like a sit-down cunt. It's just all the folds and shit. It's not hot.
It's relaxed.
It's sexier when it's standing up.
The words of Andrew Vaughan, someone with
I need to put
standards.
that on the sunset picture.
I don't know. I don't mind a lazy Sharon Stone. Just kind of.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, that scene is like a classic scene.
I don't know, man. I looked at those upskirt photos and their vaginas look like Jim Ross's face after a Bell's palsy incident.
Good. I like a little character. That means they're unbiased.
You sure you want to be on this collab now? We
I
might
don't-
really ruin your podcast.
I don't know why these bitches aren't wearing underwear. I don't get it.
I honestly think, and like maybe it's just me, we'll take around. I think it would have been sexier if you got an upskirt photo and there were underwear on.
And you just got a hint of it.
Yeah, like maybe you saw a little like a shadow of
now
their
we're
pussy
talking.
hair.
We're back at the Breakfast Club by that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're not. Yeah, it's true. There's something about the building the picture in your mind, though.
It's the mystery a little bit.
I like a slip more than a full on.
I like a slit more than a.
A slip? What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Hopefully, it crushed her wrist.
It's not across my wrist, Travis. It's down my wrist. That's how it really works.
Oh, well, there you go.
You don't go across the railroad tracks, you go down them. I've looked into this one too much. Across the railroad tracks are just for attention. You think this is a game? That's what my suicide note is. You think this is a game? It's just DMX lyrics.
Jesus Christ.
But like honestly, like what do you guys think? Isn't it a little sexy or a little mystery?
I agree with you, but I'm.
But you're a
But
girl.
I just don't want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so desensitized to everything now.
Yeah, we've seen everybody's
That's one part
vaginas.
of it. I think if a girl's gonna send me a picture like that, I'm not gonna have a preference for one or the other. Just like,
Yeah, that's true. I guess
mean-
Yeah, you're like, what do you want for dinner? Do you want pizza or do you want pizza?
Do you want pizza or do you want a folded pizza? Like, they're all going to taste the same.
Yeah, I wear underwear, so.
Yeah.
That's.
Are thongs big anymore? Or like they were?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're still big?
Yeah.
I can remember my buddy. We had these things called wake-a-thons at our junior high.
Yeah.
So you just went to school and you stay up all night, and they had bouncy castles and shit, and big party and karaoke and
Christ. You
the
went
amount-
all out for yours.
Yeah. The amount of 14 and 13-year-old girls that wore thongs.
Yeah.
Because once 3 a.m. rolls around, kids are just being weird at this point.
I'm getting naked?
Oh yeah, getting naked, getting pantsed, like yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who buys them for them, though?
They buy themselves.
They do. I see.
Oh, you
I
can?
see young
Okay.
bitches walking
Yeah,
around the
man.
mall all the time with like Victoria's Secret bags.
But they shouldn't be allowed to
Absolutely.
sell them to
now,
them.
I would normally say, pop your head in Victoria's Secret sometime and take a look at how many underage
me.
girls are there.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot. There's a lot.
You're gonna look like you'd look like a fucking Ninja Turtle going up to the streets at night. You got the fucking jacket on.
Damn. You just see me look. Damn. I can get it back. I can get it.
I did not.
He's gone, my son.
I did not wear them until I started wearing dresses a lot.
But like, what do you prefer? Wait.
I don't like thongs on a day-to-day basis now. They're uncomfortable.
So is that like a sexy, you're getting dressed up thing?
Mm-hmm. And like, if you don't want like
underwear lines,
like if you're wearing a tight dress,
that's why I wear boxers. No underwear lines.
But no, they're pretty uncomfortable otherwise, I find. But
yeah, I just can't imagine your whole butt cheeks hanging out all day. It's fun.
I mean, there's some advantages, but I mean,
great Cisco song.
They mask.
Yeah.
They can mask sound.
Thongs can mask sounds? Like what sounds?
Like
queefs?
The other one. I don't know why I can't say it.
Farts?
I don't know why I can't say the word.
How would they ask farts? Your ass cheeks are left wide open.
Because it just does.
Oh, well, because there's a piece of fabric that goes in your butthole.
It'll
so it's kind of like,
it just does. It just
I just start wearing thongs.
I feel like though, wouldn't it still make that weird sound like when you take a little piece of blade of grass in between your thumbs and you do that weird, like wouldn't it still do a little?
Yeah, a little bit, but that's better than the other thing.
Yeah,
you know.
True.
But like, I don't know. Like, I don't really honestly think I would give a shit what a girl is wearing underwear wise.
No. I mean, you must have preferences though.
Yes, a bulge in the front.
You got the bikini, you got the thong, you
I
got
like
the boy cut.
Okay, which is the one that comes sort of over the butt cheek, like halfway, but not like the entire?
It's probably the boy cut.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good boy cut.
I'm down with that.
Yeah,
boy shorts.
That's what I like rocking that.
We need Boys Club boy shorts.
I will take a picture of my ass
Boy
in
shorts.
those if you do it.
As long as they're not white. I don't want to see any more of your white ass panties. Fucking weird white panties.
They're beige.
They were white as shit.
They were beige.
Look like my grandmother knitted fucking
No.
socks for me for Christmas.
No.
It's like picking on you about this.
They're very practical.
We're gonna start our own. We could just start one of those online clothing stores and just put our logo on thongs and shit.
Yeah, slap it on there.
Which is a stolen logo, so we might actually get in trouble for trying to.
Oh, it's a parodied logo.
It's a parodied logo. I
You
guess
should
parody
100% make boy short like
They might make them in your size.
Boys
Andrew.
Club podcast.
Sarah, you're the only girl who listens to this podcast. Just be honest.
No,
That's not racking up evidence.
Yeah.
You don't. How do you know? You don't know that?
Because no other woman has ever told me they listen. That's how I know.
Well, women, hey.
Wait, didn't Mark Splood's wife say she liked our podcast too?
Oh, maybe. Does Jamie like it?
Yeah, I think
Sweet.
so. Yeah.
Oh,
And a shout out
Awesome.
to Mark Splood because I've been listening to his podcast and I really enjoy it. And I really liked that episode with him and his wife. I thought that was
Yeah.
Jen.
He did an episode with his wife once. This is what made me love the podcast as before I knew Mark, but he was talking about her being grumpy on her period, and like he was, and like she was like, "But I'm going through these things." Is like, and you take it all out. Like it was just very like just hilariously like the typical what you'd think a fucking rednecky man would say about like the fucking woman's period. But he was doing it facetiously, like he knew he was playing up those sort of stereotypes.
Oh God!
I love how every time. Have you ever hear him plug our podcast?
Oh, it's
No,
great.
I want you though.
Oh, he did it. He did it again this week.
What did he do?
Because he has our ad that
Yeah.
we sent him, right? But he makes it seem like he jokes around. He's like, "What are you guys doing in here?" And then he just plays here. The fuck?
Really?
And then he hits play. And he goes, "Get out of here! I got a podcast to do."
Oh god,
And I will say too,
That's fun.
again, king of the intros. His
Yeah.
I as someone who does intros and I feel like they suck.
A lot of people have told me they're like, "Oh, I just want to hear the interview. I hate his fucking intros." I'm like,
No, I like them.
but that's how you get to know the guy. Like,
Yeah.
if you're doing an interview style podcast, you really shouldn't outshine the guest.
Absolutely.
The guest should have most of the mic time.
Yeah.
So getting to know your host is that 20 to 30. There's some of his podcasts he's done where I'm just wish it was just him.
Has he ever
Yeah, I
done a
listened
solo
for the intro. I
episode?
listened to the intro.
Yeah, I've
he's
enjoyed
done
the
solos.
episodes, but I wish he would just do a solo hour and a half sometime. Like, and he does once in a blue moon. You know, like
That's interesting. Very
he's just a
interesting.
weird guy, but he's really funny.
We gotta
He's
do a
sweetheart.
plug where he retaliates and he all of a sudden pops into
Yeah.
our.
Yeah, just to.
We'll go next week on. Wait a minute.
I mean, great guy. Apparently, I'm a huge homophobe because I'm friends with him now. But anyway.
Oh no.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
There's lots of other reasons, Andrew.
Sadie McFucking. Anyway, I can't say what I want to say.
That's for an extras episode?
Yeah, it's definitely an extras episode.
I could spill
for
some
sure.
tea on an extras episode.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll do the extra. Well, we should probably do
Why
the
not?
extra.
I mean, then we're all good to go.
Yeah.
You got any dirt you want to dish, Richard? It's on the $5 extra, so you can.
Fantastic.
We're just teasing the dirt right now.
Fantastic. I got dirt on all y'all motherfuckers.
Not on us. It's supposed to be on people who aren't in this room. That's the whole point.
I'll reveal the movie you almost just sullied. I'll fucking take you down.
Oh, you never actually said it.
I never said it.
I think Andrew might have.
I did. I said.
Did you say it?
No. Because I said how funny it was to watch you jump up like crazy over the Lion King getting fucking beat on it. Oh my god!
Fuck you, Simba.
I enjoy this blue cast. I think
it's good. Well, here's he has an episode out. Well, when this comes out, it was a couple episodes ago. I got to watch the Netflix show that he interviewed that guy from because I got to find.
Oh, I'm a Killer. I watched I'm a Killer, so I knew the guy he was interviewing.
Yeah, he interviewed a guy that was on a Netflix show in his latest episode.
No way!
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, because he watched. It's called I Am Killer, and he interviewed one of the guys in the episodes.
Damn.
Yeah. He's a good interviewer. I have a lot of fun on his show, and hopefully one day we'll get to do a big collaboration with him.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. I mean, now you're getting your Great White, getting some Great White in you.
Was that?
I love
marijuana?
the name of weeds. Like that's the strain, Great White. Like. I had one the other day. It was called MK Ultra, and I'm like, that doesn't make me feel good. Like this is like a conspiracy that the government is like
MK Ultra.
Yeah, weed's named after government mind control.
That sounds like an Iron Man suit, though.
Who gets to name the weed?
Yeah.
Who gets to name the weed?
Whoever makes it.
Huh.
I'm trying to think of what I want to call my oil now that I'm making it, like my own brand of oil.
Sassy Cat.
Sassy Cat's essential oils, baby. Right now, the Sassy Cat puppet is missing, and I have to find it. It's been really sad without him in my life.
Find your sass.
I love my Sassy Cat. Mm-hmm.
Did you lose the puppet?
Yeah, he threw me in his house, but he's always in my heart.
How would you lose it?
I don't know. He's always at this
Where
death,
is he?
baby,
Where
and
is
he's not
he?
here right now. I looked for him earlier. He is not here.
I'm holding him hostage.
I was going to put Sassy Cat in my cleavage tonight.
Well, then I'm going to find Sassy Cat. For his pleasure. Why am I treating him like he's a real person?
And I've been asking that for 6 months.
Thank you. Fucking, I blame Jim Norton. This whole thing started with Chip Chipperson.
I don't know if I heard the origin of Sassy Cat.
Oh, it's Travis made up a joke and I stole it. That's the origin.
Like, how long ago was that on Boys Club?
Oh, it wasn't even on Boys Club.
Yeah, it was even pre-Boys Club.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, we were doing shows, and I don't know. We were just leaving a venue, and I saw a motorcycle. I had my window rolled down. There was a motorcycle very close to me, and I said, I just want to push it over like a sassy cat.
Oh, my God.
And then we just, for hours, did the
Sassy Cat.
voice. Sassy Cat pushing it over.
And then, like, I realized when the joke ends.
And I just kept going.
And then it became...
I can't help it.
It became what it is.
The weirdest part is when
because ass-eating Dusty Rhodes didn't take off like you hoped. So
oh, yeah, it's true. Ass-eating Dusty Rhodes is very similar to Sassy Cat.
Oh, my God.
This is a character with Dusty Rhodes eats ass, baby. I have dined on the ass of kings and queens.
How do you guys feel about that, by the way?
I would never do it, but I think it's sexy.
Or on you?
Oh, see, this is the thing I'm interested in. Black guys love getting their assholes eaten. That's what porn has taught me.
Oh my God!
I'm
Do you know how many fucking porn videos?
Travis, we really need you to weigh in.
I'm
on
here to
this.
say myth
But do you know how many
busted.
fucking porns I've seen where it's black guy's got his fucking legs up in the air and some white chick is just eating his butt?
It's to make them feel safer because we're putting ourselves in such a vulnerable position.
It's like a dog when he shows you his belly.
Yeah. It's exactly that. It's you're saying we trust you.
Don't shoot. I trust you.
Don't.
Oh, man.
I don't know. Like,
I'm always fascinated from dude's perspective.
honestly, if I was with a girl and she was like, and I knew that everything was clean on her end and she wanted me to eat her ass, I'd do it. But
Girl butt is always going to be cleaner than boy butt.
if she wanted to eat my ass, I'm not even going to take credit for this, but Big J. Okerson talked about this before. Fat guys' asses are the cleanest asses out of any of your guys. Because we're always constantly worried that if there's a smell, you're going to be like, oh, it's the fat guy, right? So, like, man, I wash my asshole so fucking clean. And I focus most of my shower time on my asshole.
Eating ass is fun.
Oh.
Did you ever get your ass eaten?
Yes.
Oh.
Is that
Also
fun?
fun.
Yeah. Well, because you didn't differentiate, so I didn't know. I thought you were gonna go like eating ass is fun, having yours eaten not so much.
There you go. Put that in your
How many
millennial
times?
nursery rhymes.
How many times?
I'm not gonna get into specifics.
But like more than once?
Yes.
You gotta do something probably more than once to really figure out if it's, don't just do it once and then.
Found Richard's thing.
He likes getting his butthole eaten, licked. How many licks does it take to get to the center of your asshole?
I'm very curious as to
3.
what the taste is.
Well, if you clean it, it should be
If
nothing.
it's clean, yeah, it doesn't really taste like much. Maybe the soap.
If it tastes like sweet chili heat Doritos, you've gone wrong.
Have you guys ever eaten pussy and maybe not you, but eaten pussy and it tastes like a copper penny a little bit? I've had that.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
A woman's taste will change depending on where she is in her cycle.
But I
That's a
didn't
real
discriminate the fuck. I fucking kept eating. And he was eating. Oh my God. You don't know. Okay, that's a reference to a personal story. Okay.
What?
Okay. This buddy of mine in high school, like my core group of friends in high school, one of them is like, used to be like as big as I am now, but in high school. Side note, he eventually went on a cruise and got some weird fucking stomach virus and lost weight, and he's skinnier than anybody in this entire fucking room right now, which fucking drives me crazy. But me and Bob, my friend Bob's not the fat guy. I'll just say his name. He doesn't listen. John was the fat guy, and we ran into someone who went to John's church, and they were like, "Yeah, we had this big picnic outing the other day where we bought all this KFC." And all of a sudden, a bucket went missing. We couldn't figure out where that bucket went. And we found John around the corner with the bucket by himself. And the girl goes, and he was eating. So it's always been kind of like an inside joke between me and Bob. And he was eating. We were 16 when we heard that story. We're still killing it.
You know how you have to be eating to get someone to say it like that? Like that's a wink, like a drumstick, and literally just that twist.
No, that's him eating a fucking thigh by hand. That's a fucking corn on the cob eating a fucking thigh.
He was.
I mean, KFC's good, but goddamn, right? Like
he was.
Fuck, I love KFC.
We used to have KFC once a week growing up. That's not surprising to anybody, is it? And I'm the only fat guy in my family.
KFC or Mary Brown's, though.
Oh, fuck Mary Brown. Suck a dick.
Oh, Mary Brown's great.
KFC.
And Mary Brown's the other night.
Taters.
Yeah, taters are the best thing.
Yeah, they are.
Because they got like the chicken stuff on them.
Where are you?
At Mary Brown's, it was okay.
What did you get?
I don't even remember.
I got the Big Mary. I got the Big Mary, and it sucks dick. It's no Big Crunch.
Big Mary's great, man. It's got a little pickle on it.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I wish.
Not what it used to be.
No, but that's what I wish.
Crunch is not
Here's what I
it
will
used to
say: the Big Mary. I think chicken sandwiches need to have pickles on them. Like breaded chicken sandwiches need to have pickles on them.
Hell yeah!
And fucking KFC done at least fucking Mary Brown's will put one pickle on top, and you can put it in the bun.
But you can get extras, and they don't charge you.
I've never had the chicken sandwich from Mary Brown's. I've had the actual chicken.
Yeah, and the actual chicken's great too.
No, but it's not as good as the KFC.
But the taters are even.
The taters are so
good. The taters like
get some
alone.
macaroni salad in there.
KFC fries stink.
Yeah, KFC fries.
That's why you literally got to drown them in gravy.
Their poutine is fucking insane.
Yeah, you got to treat fucking KFC fries like they're Yates children.
Their poutine's great, dude. It's their gravy.
Their poutine is worth the diarrhea.
I've never been a big
100%.
fan of their gravy, though.
Oh, get the fuck out now.
Yeah. My first boyfriend worked at KFC, and he told me that the gravy is just mostly like a bunch of grease, and
that's how you make gravy.
That's gravy.
It's like everything all mixed in a pot.
It reminds Richard of a bad ass-eating experience.
Well, what was Peter White said on stage?
It can't go bad.
Peter White said on stage the other day, he was like, Nick Martinello was talking about eating ass when we were there the weekend. And Peter on stage, and Peter goes, "Ew, Nick doesn't look like he eats ass." He goes, "Andrew looks like he eats ass with gravy on it." He goes, "I know that's a bad color, but like, it probably makes it taste good."
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Oh, God.
How long do you spend? Like, what's the time? How long do you spend down
eating
there?
ass?
Oh, I don't know. There's not really a specific number to something like that.
It's like a foot rub.
10 minutes.
You can feel it out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I don't
By
know,
the way,
intuition's kind of part of it. You gotta know. Like, you just know when the moment.
You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
I'm a foot pimp, by the way. I fucking can massage the fuck out of feet, man. I used to do it to my mom growing up all the time, so like I've created a technique.
Yo, I'm a foot pimp. My mother.
What? I used to rub my mom's feet. She's fucking tired. She works all day. 2 jobs making it happen.
God, running that motel together. Fucking psycho.
You know how hard she had to fucking work to feed this?
Yeah.
That's nice of you, though.
Can you get head massages? Like when I was a kid, my mom and my sister used to rub my head every night before I fell asleep. I fucking would die to have, like, if I could pay like $50 to have a half hour of someone just fucking rubbing my scalp.
I think that should be an extra at, like, because they do it at, like, the head shop. If you get your hair cut, they'll give you a scalp massage. But they should have it so that, like, here's an extra X amount.
That's
of
my
money
happy
for
ending.
more.
That's my fun.
Is the head massage?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so good,
dude. I got really good hair, man. You run your fingers through this shit. It's nice and silky. It's fucking
we used to do that in high school. We'd all do like a massage train and like just.
What
yeah. Did you have to train on a certain midsection area a lot? That's where you massage down there on my dick and balls. Jesus. I don't know where we're going with this.
Yeah, this kind of went off the rails.
That would be weird for adults to do a massage train.
Have I ever told the college rape story on my podcast?
Oh God, no! Now I want to know.
Yeah, it's.
Did you get raped in college?
No. There was.
Well, then I'll put away the sparklers.
It was first year of school, and everyone was drinking. Like everyone's having a good time. We're going from like dorm to dorm, drinking and shit, and some of us all dressed up in fucked up costumes. My roommate Kevin was dressed up in he had a sombrero, which he lost that night, and like a blue like church choir gown, and he's fucked up. He's 18. That's the thing when you go to college when you're 20, you end up underage drinking with a lot of people, and so he's fucking obliterated. And at one point he disappears at night, and then it's me and my buddy. We're in a room drinking, and all of a sudden we see the cops walk down the hallway. And we're like, "Oh, what's going on?" Like we thought it was because I was making noise and shit. Because it's like beginning of the semester, everyone's getting all fucked up and crazy. And they go into a room, and then a couple RAs came out, and they're like, "Apparently, there's
been a rape."
A woman says there's been a rape, and so the cops were in there dealing with it. And Kevin, who had been gone for at this point 45 minutes to an hour, comes around the other part of the hallway, and we know he's 18, he's drunk, he's only a little smaller than you at this point, and he's got a sombrero and a bit, like, he stands out, and we're like, Kevin, get the fuck in here. And he's drunk and he's like dead eyed.
Is that the sombrero rapist?
and
always leaves a sombrero behind.
And he's like, what? And we're like, get over here right now. We got to hide you. And he's like, what's wrong? And we're like, there's been a rape. And he literally out loud in this hallway goes, rape? Why wasn't I invited? And then he passes out. He drops face down on the floor. And we have to drag this fucking 250-pound kid into a different room and hide him.
Oh my god.
Why wasn't I invited? Very English all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, accents were his thing.
Wow.
I ever tell you about my college rape story? I had too much to drink one night, and all I gotta say is, if you drink with the Harrington boys, you wake up and your butthole is really sore.
I hate that I understand Harrington boys.
Yeah, well, that was the name of a hall in St. Thomas. Yeah. Harrington Hall was the party hall in St. Thomas.
God.
Yeah. I'm surprised I managed to fucking remember that with a half.
Very impressive.
Of this liter and a half bottle in my.
That's a lot of beer.
It's only 3 beer at once, I think, right?
There's nothing else to do in around St. Thomas though than get fucked up.
Well, not anymore. Now they had. You know what they did this year for St. Thomas? Fucking their Frosh Week had safe spaces at it in case you were too overwhelmed by the excitement of Frosh Week that you could go to a safe space to calm down.
Like sensory overload for some people.
How do fucking kids go to university and party and fucking do drugs anymore with this pussy ass environment? Like
dumb.
I visited for a weekend and there was like a different pair of underwear on the exit sign every day.
Yep.
So it was
men's or women's?
Like
women's.
Big party
always.
school or like.
Okay. Well, no, it's just like all universities kind of are. But like when I went there, like I said on stage, it's legit true. About 5 years before I went there, it was an all-girls Catholic school. And when I went there, literally, there were 4 to 5 women for every man.
Yeah. I went to the man, so yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, it's exactly, right?
Same dealing, yeah.
And so it was like this big party. Just guys, well, most guys were getting laid all the time.
Most guys.
Some guys have all the luck, you know? I tried hard. Well, no, I didn't. I cried a lot at parties. I used to try to tell this on stage, but it was never funny. I took up juggling because I thought that would get me pussy in university.
Jesus Christ.
I thought if I showed up to a party and I could juggle, girls would be like, oh, shit. He's got some skills.
What? There's nothing sexy about juggling.
You're not impressed by jugglers?
No.
I think it's a very fantastic skill to have.
No. Learn guitar.
I can tit handle and eat pussy. What the fuck do you think you can do? Show off with your juggling skills?
I don't know, man. How to juggle 3 balls at once?
well, yeah. Well, then that's a different type of Harrington boys.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I was a misguided youth.
Juggling. Wow.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get mad puss.
Didn't work out.
He can juggle.
No, but some girl who saw me juggle at a party fucked me like 3 or 4 years later.
Well, I don't think it was the juggling.
No, it definitely was not. No.
I've thought about your juggling for
the
last 3 to 4 years.
That was when I learned a very valuable lesson. Women love upshowing other... Like, do you like if you're with a guy and he talks about like the shortcomings of his ex, are you like... Oh, I'll fucking do that.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
100%.
exactly. This chick I was with, I told her about the first chick I fucked, because there's only 2. I told her that the first girl wouldn't suck my dick. She didn't like oral sex. She didn't like giving oral sex. And as soon as I said that, this one chick was like, what the fuck? She doesn't want to suck dick. I suck dick. Like it got really fucking like... It was like competitive. I'm like, you realize you can put it in your mouth for 3 seconds and you win versus her. Like, she didn't even breathe on it. Like,
Were they both friends of yours?
No. No, they didn't know each other.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
You know, the last girl I was with, she had no interest in finding my father. And now we wait.
Oh.
We all drink.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, make it a sad ding. No, there's a difference. You got to do no.
Look, I'm in charge of the dinging.
There you go. That's what it is. Travis knows.
The dinging over here. There's a dinging transpiring.
Andrew Dinglinger Vaughan.
I really feel like I could be cast as fat Southern lawyer for sure. Yana, this Negro tried to steal a candy bar.
Do you ever ding the bell just in regular conversation?
No, but I ding it when I'm alone all the time.
Yes, he does.
And it's not even a jerk off thing. I don't, that shit's dead.
Because I was in a conversation on the other day, and I dinged it during the conversation.
Did they look at you like you were fucking weird?
Yeah,
they were like,
really,
why
really
are
weird.
you doing that?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, it's just a podcast.
Yeah.
How many people in your life don't listen to your podcast that you
Probably
are in your
a
life?
lot.
Yeah?
It's the people who listen are Facebook friends that kind of know me.
Yeah.
But aren't my close friends, they don't fucking listen.
No, I think a lot of people are like, fuck, I have enough time hanging around with you anyway. You want me to
exactly.
listen to you?
So I feel like a lot of it is Facebook friends that just kind of know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have 80 strong in Mexico, so...
Only in Mexico?
Yeah, well, we're planning on taking down the wall. That's our new thing in 2019.
That's it. We're letting all you motherfuckers in.
Goddamn right.
Episode 100 in Disney and taking down the wall.
We're gonna go down with fucking pitchforks and we're gonna take it down that wall when it fucking gets put up.
You gotta change your name to the Juvos Rancheros Club, though.
Oh yeah. I wish there's a can we get a franchise? We should franchise this podcast. There's a Mexican boys club. Andale. Mama, EI. Oh wait,
You turn into Nelly.
Yeah, well, that's the only Mexican I know.
I bet he's happy about the whole R. Kelly stuff going on right now.
Oh, it distracts from his herpes,
right under
for
his.
sure.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Nelly has herpes?
Oh yeah, Nelly gave herpes to a lot of bitches.
He probably caught him down at Peggy's Cove.
Yep.
Wait, what's this?
He was at Peggy's Cove, rocking the shit out.
Yeah, when he came here for Summer Rush 2008, that was one of the things he made sure to mention during the stage time. He's like, we out here, we had Peggy Cove, Yeah.
If you want to go and get high with me. Smoking nail in the I don't
Eat some fish and chips by the sea.
That's a good ass fucking song.
Yes, that is.
I know he sold it to Honey Nut, but you know what? I don't even fucking fault him for that because those bees need all the help they can get. They're fucking going extinct. He sold that song to Honey Nut Cheerios.
Did he really?
Yeah, it's called "Must Be the Honey."
I love it.
There was a campaign. I remember that. Must be the honey. Yeah. He sold that entire song.
Wow. They should play that at Macaulay Culkin's funeral at My Girl.
Well, here's a question for you.
Must be the honey.
Are you're a huge Michael Jackson fan?
Yes.
Are you shitting your pants at all about this documentary that's coming out?
Yeah, fuck them. Don't even.
It's an HBO documentary now. HBO bought it. You're gonna say
what?
fuck them?
Yeah,
there's a documentary that premiered at Sundance, and it's about the Michael Jackson sex abuse scandals.
God, of course.
And HBO bought it.
Fuck them.
Yeah, HBO is gonna distribute it. So
of course it will. It's a popular thing going on right now.
But like we don't know. Like the fucking documentary could be like there's no evidence. Like
it's gonna be garbage and trash. Yeah. One of the kids was terminally ill, but yet he's still kicking.
So what? Are you pulling Mike Ward on us here? You're gonna fucking. You should have died if you sucked his dick.
It's true.
Fuck.
So
I go back and forth on that one. I don't think he actually did molest those kids.
I don't think he did. I think he's an easy fucking target.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think he's a weird, fucked up kid.
Yeah.
Because of all the abuse and shit and the fucking games that his dad and the family played on them.
Yeah.
And I think he was an easy ass fucking target for the media.
Yeah. As much
but
as
I think he probably could have fucked those kids. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't do it. I know it. Why wouldn't he have gotten Macaulay?
Yeah, that is a good point. But he didn't fuck Corey Feldman either, did he?
No. And why would he? And Corey was killing it at the time.
Corey's like willing to spill dirt on everyone.
Yeah, he would have had 2 Coreys.
Fuck him. Like, yeah.
Was this Joe Schmo sickly kid? Fuck out of here. Ride the Ferris wheel. Shut up.
Travis, hard on pedophilia until it comes to Michael Jackson.
I will defend that one till the end.
Do you guys remember where you were when you found out he died?
Yes.
Yeah, at Gus's pub, weren't you?
Yes. I was...
Weren't you? Was that one of the ones?
No, I was 2009.
Oh, I don't know. Well, you've announced so many celebrity deaths.
I was at a baseball field.
Oh, and then you did the line thing. That's where.
Yeah, that's where the joke came from.
I didn't care, so I don't remember.
Yeah.
I was laying in bed with my girlfriend at the time.
Oh, that's
I got a lot of text.
I was looking at the man in the mirror.
I was writing an exam, then I got a text message.
Yeah?
Yeah.
During your exam, you checked your phone?
No, it was after that.
Oh, okay. You do have a problem.
I do. It was really bad.
I got a lot of text. I couldn't listen to any music for like 2 weeks.
You know what one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs is, but I think the video stinks? Can't stop to get enough.
It's the fucking 70s. No music videos were great, but
I know,
for the time, though, it's amazing.
Yeah, but it's like...
That many Michaels in one spot?
But it's no Billie Jean or fucking...
Yeah, but Billie Jean came out like 8 years later.
Oh, okay.
What's the name of the Free Willy song?
I Believe I Can Fly?
No. Will You Be There?
I know the song, but what's the title?
Oh, I thought the whale could believe he could fly.
Will You Be There?
Yeah, Will You Be There?
Will You Be There?
Yeah. I like Remember the Time, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. You know what? The guy made good music. I don't give a fuck whether he fucked kids or not. He made good
Michael
music.
Jackson? Fuck yeah.
Fucking Jerry Lee Lewis fucked kids. He made good music.
Married his 13-year-old cousin.
Yeah. Did you know that? Jerry Lee Lewis, Great Balls of Fire, married his 13-year-old cousin.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
There's a movie about it and everything. That's Dennis Quaid.
That's how Great Balls of Fire came out.
Yep.
He was surprised that she could even have chlamydia.
Yep.
He's like, you're only 13. He's not a pedophile. He's a germaphobe. He just
that's
wanted
R.
the
Kelly.
freshest.
R. Kelly's just trying to not slam puss with diseases. That's all he's doing. Do you got your passport?
Do you got your shots?
I still haven't seen this. I'm dying.
Oh, we'll watch it after the
God,
podcast for sure. It's have you seen it yet? Or R. Kelly Ethiopia
Trying to
video?
recruit women in Ethiopia?
No.
We talked about it on
your
this
passport?
podcast. Yeah.
Do you got your shots? Do you want to come back with Rob?
That's my favorite part is that he calls himself Robert. Do you want to come to America?
Because R. Kelly can't be trusted, but Robert can.
No, because legally R. Kelly doesn't exist. Robert Kelly exists. So
A couple of them do.
I feel like Intoxicated Reviews needs to rethink doing Trapped in the Closet. Because
They did it already.
No, they need to do it.
Corey did a whole series on Trapped in the Closet, and it's still going. And I'm like, you might
Oh, they
no, you
haven't
can't stop.
finished
Now
it
you
yet.
just got to go even harder
keep
now.
going?
Hopefully they're on part 9. This is the best one.
Yeah.
And the man inside
There's a
was a
lot.
midget.
It actually gets to a point where I think you have to pay for them.
Holy shit.
Because a lot of them are on YouTube.
Well,
There's
they came out
20
as a
plus.
DVD originally, wasn't it? It was like a DVD with all 20 of one of them on fucking disc. Yeah.
The thing
Yeah,
is, like,
insane.
it literally sounds like he's making up a song to keep kids quiet.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I want to see my... And then the man went to the cupboard, and he opened up the cupboard.
Can a man pee on you and you can keep your mouth shut?
Can you keep a secret?
Do you know what testifying means? He's a goddamn good singer, though.
Yeah, Ignition's great. I don't.
You asked that earlier, though, but, like, I Believe I Can Fly, though. That's a fucking dope-ass song.
It's a great one.
Yeah, when I graduated from, what was it? Junior high into high school, we had like a graduation day on grade 8, and they played that as our graduation song.
Aww.
And it was
so much hope.
Gross. It was so awkward.
You're like, I never thought I could not go on. I have always had good confidence in myself.
They played that song, too, when I was in grade 8. And by they, I meant the janitor. Well, he banged me. I believe I can fly. And I'm like, I don't enjoy this experience, but this song is dope.
Yeah. Nothing you enjoyed more than hearing that part where, woo! You're like, oh, it's almost over. It's almost over.
I do love, though, that show, The Boondocks, was like fucking telling us for years what a creep he was and nobody listened.
The Boondocks?
You've never seen The Boondocks?
No.
Oh, it's a great-ass fucking
It is
cartoon.
a wild cartoon.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's
and it showed that he was creepy?
Well, it's all about these black kids and living in a suburban neighborhood. Yeah. It's an amazing. I don't know if it's still on Netflix. It used to be the entire thing.
I don't know if it's still on there.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I love the Martin Luther King in the series. He didn't die. He just went into a coma, and he wakes up during it.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
They have a character, Uncle Ruckus, who's this like a black guy who hates black guys. He's just a crazy, deranged black guy who really fucking hates black people. Like, it's a great character. Jesus. I can't quote any of his lines in fear of keeping this podcast.
Second time tonight.
He doesn't hate black, but hates niggas.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a great show, actually. Yeah. It's a really funny fucking show. But it was like 3 or 4 seasons, but it was like, that had to have been, was that early 2000s probably? I'm assuming you can
somewhere around there, yeah.
Pull out your ganja from your Cool Runnings long enough to Google something for the podcast.
What was that show that was an animated show, and the theme song was a Good Charlotte song?
Oh, Undergrads.
Yeah, Undergrads. That was a good fucking show, man.
I don't want them to. I feel like they'll ruin it. I think
they absolutely will.
It's been way too many years.
It was such a great show.
But see, Undergrads came out around the time I went to university, and so many fucking people in university thought this is the story of our life.
Yeah. I used to love that show.
Well, I remember the one quote from Undergrads was one of my favorite quotes, where it was making fun of that liquor before beer. It was like, liquor before beer, you like Pam Grier. Yeah.
I liked. There was a quote that was, "Do you want to exchange sex for sex?" And I still use that.
Well, there was a dude in our university, Charles Fries Melvin, who was a lot like the fucking fat guy in it at the tech school.
Charles
Fries Melvin.
He sounds like he discovered something.
He lives in St. John, New Brunswick right now, and John Ford brings him up every once in a while on his podcast because he comes to local stand-up comedy shows. This is the guy that this guy. I don't know if I ever told this story. When I was in university, one of the halls that I hung out in was called Rigby Hall. And it used to be this old motel that they converted into a dormitory. It was the best fucking residence because every other residence, you had to share a bathroom. And because this was an old motel, each fucking unit had their own shower and toilet. So it was like the one you wanted to live in, right? Yeah. And one night, Charles got really fucking drunk. And he was outside Rigby Hall. And a cab had just dropped somebody off, and he got in the back of the cab and said, "Take me to Rigby Hall." And the guy's like, "We're at Rigby Hall." And he goes, take me to Rigby Hall. And he goes, we're at Rigby Hall. And he goes, take me. So the cab driver drove around the fucking Rigby Hall and then went $10 and he paid him and he got out and then he realized that he was there the entire time and then just started screaming and yelling about how he was going to sue the cab company to get his money back.
Sounds like the best M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Wow.
Turns out we were always at Rigby Hall. Chung, chung, chung.
Where to, Stephanie?
You know who else is a big fan of undergrads? Ryan Dodge.
Oh, God, we never talked about him on this podcast.
Hamster killer.
What? Who's Ryan?
Why don't you explain?
Oh, I don't know if I can really do the story.
Well, I'm not going to explain.
He kills hamsters?
He's somebody. Okay, he was in the local comedy scene for a short while, a number of years back now. It's not particularly funny. A little bit crazy, man. Andrew, you're probably gonna have to just edit this whole section out.
No, I don't give a fuck. He's not
going
to listen to it, dude. Fuck him. If he does, so what? Fucking kill yourself or another hamster. I don't give a shit.
He's kind of crazy. You know what? There's actually an Encyclopedia
hamsters, protect the
Dramatica
hamsters.
article about him.
Okay, what the fuck? What is this? Do tell.
You don't know Encyclopedia Dramatica?
No. Who's this guy? And why is he killing hamsters?
I don't know about the hamster killing stuff.
Oh, the hamster
Andrew
was
said that, not me. Or Travis.
The hamster incident was his neighbor's hamster or whatever got underneath his apartment door where he has a cat. Okay. And the cat ended up attacking the hamster. And he found it and he bundled it up and he put in a thing and he posted it on Facebook being like, I got to go to church now. I hope this little guy's okay. I'm going to, instead of just giving the hamster back to the neighbor, so I'm going to bundle him up and leave him here. I'll go to church and then I'll deal with it. Goes to church, come back. Obviously, the hamster's dead now because no one did anything about it. Oh. And on the Facebook section, there was a thing being like, "Oh, poor little guy. I hope he didn't suffer." And then his comment was like, "Oh no, it suffered."
That's him in a nutshell. He had a thing for Chanel pretty badly back in the day.
Oh, we don't say that name on here. It's the name we do not say.
It was a thing that existed, and
because I don't want a fucking lengthy Facebook post about you mentioning it. Anyway,
okay,
no, you can say it.
That's fair. Yeah, well, I'm sure you heard.
No, but to be fair, she would, even if as much as she hates me, if she listened to this, we're not criticizing her. This crazy guy wrote a song and fucking sung it to her
in a voicemail. Called her on the cell phone. It went to voicemail, and he just sang a Beatles song to her.
Jesus,
he was a weird guy.
Helter Skelter, which was
it was weird.
That's a weird
Apparently, he wants to start the race war.
Yeah.
He was like, "Did you know that this means when the blacks get on the top, we're at the bottom?" Isn't that what Charles Manson thought?
Something
that was the whole point of that song. Do you know that?
No.
Helter Skelter, Charles Manson.
No.
The reason Charles Manson killed all the people is he thought the Beatles song was talking about a race war, because where you get down to the bottom of the slide and you're back up top, and fucking
Jesus Christ.
Whew. Then he killed poor Sharon Tate and fucking because of that Roman Polanski fucked a kid, and now we can never see him in the States again.
And now Hillary Duff is playing Shannon Tate in a movie about it.
Hillary Duff's making a comeback?
Yeah, she's in this new movie.
I used to crank out to her a lot in university.
She's hot.
She is, dude.
She's still hot. Yeah.
When was your university time?
No, I'm not saying it now because you're doing a Google search.
Tell me.
Oh no, here we go.
What year did you go to university?
Well,
You said you're got to the one
to 2007.
Okay, oh, buddy, Christ!
But she was on posters and shit still.
So what year would you say you discovered Hillary Duff?
Yana.
Because I don't think it's okay for me and you to I don't think it's okay for me and you to have the same crush growing up, and I was 12.
I didn't watch her show. I just looked pictures at her and jerked off. She was 20 at that time for sure.
Well, if
how old is she now?
If when you started when she was 87, 80, so 85 it would have been.
When was she born?
2005 would have been okay for you to start.
When was she born?
87.
Oh, so fuck you. We're 3 years difference. You're gonna give me shit about jerking off to her?
We're the same age.
Fuck you,
I'm
man.
the same age as Hillary Duff. That's awesome.
Make me sound like a pedophile and shit on my own.
Well, we started at 2002.
Yeah. Okay.
2003.
Look,
2004.
I will say this. The fucking show she did was a good show. I never cranked it out to that show because it felt weird.
Yeah, Lizzie McGuire as it should have.
I would look at like photos of her and jerk off when she was older.
So any pictures after 2005?
What? She's not legal to 2005?
Yes, that's when she turned 18.
Yes, I can honestly, definitively say yes because I remember the house I was living in. That's where I lost my virginity. It was in 2005, and that's when I had
Here Batman Begins.
And then I had a poster of her on my fucking wall in my bedroom.
Holy crap!
Wow.
Lots of Hillary Duff fans in here, eh?
No, I wasn't a fan. I just wanted to crank off to it.
I loved Hillary Duff.
Yeah, she's great. And she never went crazy or showed her vag.
No, she
or
didn't.
That's why I'm happy
shaved her
she's got a
head.
comeback. She's fucking making.
I mean, I don't think she ever went away.
Obscurity.
Yeah,
She
don't
never
call
went-
it a comeback. She's
She
been
never
here for
went
years.
away. She did Gossip Girl. She's been doing music too.
Oh well, fuck. Me and Richard are the only ones who thought she faded into nothing. You guys are like,
Well, you're too busy eating ass and you're too busy eating shit on stage.
well, now that I know how you really feel.
Hillary Duff. What other crushes did you guys have as young?
I would eat Hillary Duff's ass for the record.
Do you want to know who
She
my?
would probably be a clean ass.
Do you want to know who my ultimate fucking crush is when I was younger? And like these guys, I know immediately as soon as I say it what I'm gonna fucking hear is an insult. Fucking Mina Suvari, man. I fucking love Mina Suvari, dude.
No, she got an interesting look to her. I mean,
But everyone's always like, giant forehead, giant forehead. Fuck you guys.
yeah, it's
Fuck
called
you.
character.
How do you spell her last name?
She was in American Pie. Remember, she was. The,
I
she
mean,
was
it's
the,
not-
virginal girl in the choir.
Virginal.
That, like,
Oh,
I mean, it's not a good sign that you and Kevin Spacey have the same taste in women, but
yeah. Well, Kevin Spacey doesn't have any taste in women, really.
let me be frank.
Man, and that was fucked up because when I first moved to Halifax in 2004, Spacey had filmed a movie here not long before that. And I had a buddy who worked at one of the hotels downtown that he was staying at.
Did your
And
buddy sell
at-
the story to Luke Lawrence?
Are you serious?
No, continue your story.
Well, basically, the details have faded with time, but there were talk at that time coming from the hotel about Kevin Spacey have a thing like people would show up to his room and there'd be boys in bathrobes, like not underage but way younger than
Well,
him.
we there's this Newfoundland comic, and he has a story about how when Kevin Spacey was filming Shipping News,
Yeah, Shipping News,
in Newfoundland, that he picked him up and took him back to his place and tried to get him to fuck, but apparently found out that this comic just bought the story from somebody else who was not a comic, told him that this happened, and he gave him $50 to say on stage, so he could go on stage and say that it happened to him.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
All right, now I understand.
Comic
why you
is
were
really good.
asking
Is
that.
really
Yeah.
bad at putting his foot down on stools too during shows.
Someone else was this week too. I noticed it right away, and I couldn't think that it was Luke. Scott did it. I'm 90% sure Scott did. Someone did a stool thing on Monday. Well, when this airs.
Oh no, I
a few
always do
Mondays
the
ago.
stool thing. I always fuck up sometimes too.
Yeah, but Scott did the looking for the.
You guys
stool.
are confused. We're talking about like, you guys might
Stool.
you might notice because you do comedy, but you might not notice just as somebody who watches comedy. But like sometimes when the stool's on stage where we put our drinks on, someone will try to like put their foot on a rung
Yes.
of the stool and they'll completely miss it and like fall
Yeah.
through the like stool. And that happens.
yes.
And when it happens,
Yeah,
it's
Scott
hilarious
did.
to come.
So funny.
so it's probably better just not to even risk anything with it. Just don't
I've
fuck
done
Go
it
for it, you
before.
Don't fuck
want,
with
but
the
I mean,
stool.
you look like a horse when you kind of just keep doing it over and over again.
But this comic from Newfoundland, there's a video online where he tries 3 times and fails to hit the rung.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's why it's
have I not
so
seen
fucking
this?
funny.
Did he acknowledge it?
No, because he's trying to tell his jokes. He's not breaking the rhythm of the joke, but his foot keeps falling through and not hitting the rung of the stool. It's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I feel like as an ADD person, I would I like fiddling with stuff. Like that did not sound right.
Oh, it did.
But I feel like I would probably try to do something like that just to distract myself.
My favorite thing is, and I do this a lot too, is the constant, I'll pick up a drink.
Yeah.
Is he ever going to take a sip of it? And then I sit it back down. I'm like, nope, I guess not.
And like y'all have full glasses of
I do
beer
that
out
on
there.
purpose though.
Yeah.
I'll do
Yeah.
that because like it just seems like okay, I'm about to say it like and
You're
then I'm
emphasizing
like,
the
and,
point.
and then it seems like something. It's a trick to go. Oh wait a minute, he just thought of something.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Have you ever spilled anything?
Oh. Have you, Richard, on stage spilled or
All
drink?
over
Or,
Sneaky
no,
Lily
no.
Billy.
No.
I have, for
I
sure.
generally don't take a drink up with me.
Do you remember one time at Yuck Yucks? I think I was middling and Dan Henrikin was hosting. I say the full name because you wouldn't know.
I can do my best Dan.
I was getting off stage and I had a glass of water in my hand and he smacked it, like, not intentionally, but he, like, went to do a high five, and then when he realized I was holding water, he kind of, like, lowered his hand and, like, fucking smacked the glass out of my fucking hand. Although my favorite story, and I may as well tell this because we're an hour and 15 in.
Oh, wow.
There's a comedian in town, his name is Josh Dunn.
Yes.
Josh has cerebral palsy. So Josh has to crawl on stage to get on stage, and there's a chair, and he sits in the chair, right? You know Bryant Thompson.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So Bryant is hosting Yuck Yucks one night, and Josh crawls off stage, and he gets his foot tangled in the mic cord. And as Thompson tells the story, his foot is literally wrapped up in a mic cord. So Thompson, as the host, is like, well, I don't know what to do. Like, I got to address this. So he grabs the mic cord, yanks Josh's foot up in the air. So now Josh is on the ground with his upper half up in the air and the bottom, lower, like, you know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
And Thompson goes over the mic, look, Mom, I caught one. And Josh lost his fucking mind on Thompson backstage about that. Yeah. But, I mean, what do you do? You have to address it sometimes, right?
Like, I got one.
Look, Ma, I got one.
I wish I could have seen that.
I'd have killed to see that moment.
Holy shit.
But, like, that's what I don't understand. Like, a comic getting upset by that. It's clearly, like...
It's a situational joke.
But, like, okay. Like, we bust each other's balls all the time. He's not going to listen, so he gives a shit. We bust each other's balls all the time. It's just part of being a comic. It's one of my favorite things about being a comic is busting balls.
Yeah.
And not even me doing it, just seeing what creatively anyone else can bust my balls with, right? So Josh was on my show one night, and he was doing a thing about how he wanted to star in the remake of Dawson's Creek, even though there is no such a thing. And he got off stage, and I had the mic in front of my hand. I went, Josh, I'm about to say something really fucking crazy and offensive, but you're a comic, you can take it, right? He goes, yep. And I go, if you starred in the remake of Dawson's Creek, they would have to rename it Dawson's Creaky Spine. And he got so fucking... during the show, he acted like it was all good, it was all funny, he was just busting balls. 3 weeks later, he did a spot in my show, dedicated the first 3 minutes about how I said something really hurtful and offensive to him last time he was on my stage. You gotta be able to bust balls as a comic.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
And, it's ironic coming from Josh because the first half of his set is always him ripping on the comics that have been on stage.
Oh, the recap?
Right.
I told the creaky spine thing.
Oh, yeah. Just give them ale words line?
No, tell him.
Oh, yeah. So after Josh went up and kind of shamed Vaughan, Aylward gets up there afterwards. And it was like a week later.
And at the Company House, I think.
I know. Oh, yeah. So you said it at the Company House, and then.
I said it at Gus's. Aylward said it at the Company House.
No, Aylward said it at Toothy.
Okay, well, you finish the story.
Yeah. So at Toothy, like a week or so later, Aylward hears the story that Andrew just told, gets up on stage, and out of context to Josh just goes, learn how to take a fucking joke.
Oh, man. Yeah. And like I was just saying to Sarah, it's ironic coming from Josh because what's he do with the first half of his set every time he gets on stage?
Yeah.
He just shit talks the comics.
Just mentions and which is fine. That's a lot of comics kind of do
and
this. So it seems like a
nothing
natural
wrong with
way to
that.
introduce, your material and stuff. And
But then to turn around and get defensive when somebody does it to you.
yeah. You gotta bust balls.
Bust balls and learn to take it.
Yeah, because it's not it's the most. Ironically, it's like the form of exception.
Yeah. It is.
With comedians, if I don't joke around with you, that means I'm not comfortable around you yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The moment I kind of fuck with you a bit,
Yeah.
and like obviously let it be known that I'm fucking with you. I don't mean play mind games and be say weird shit. I mean like literally, I say something and it's like obviously I'm joking.
Yeah.
Right.
That means I'm comfortable around you.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago at fucking at Sniggly's, Brandon Michael was about to go on stage, and he's in that little area right before, like in between the green room and like the stage. He's in there getting all, getting ready. And I literally lean in. I go, hey Brandon, can I tell you something? And he's like, yeah, man, what? I was like, none of this matters, but don't fuck it up. And then, like, his face dropped. I literally had to be like, oh, dude, I'm so fucking with you. I'm like, please don't bomb. I don't feel so bad if you bomb now.
He's such a nice guy. I can totally just see his face drop in.
He is.
Well, Brian Aylward used to do that to me all the time before a set. Don't fuck this up.
Don't fuck this
up.
up.
Yeah, that was...
And I'd be like, thanks for the vote of confidence there, fuckface.
A couple of nights before I ever did my very first ever set, which was at the old amateur night at Yucks. I was with Thompson, and we ran into Mackie, and we were talking to him about it. And the only thing that he said to me, he looked at me and he went, "Don't fuck it up."
I like that.
Like, okay.
Comics love saying that to other comics.
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Well, on the subject of busting balls and stuff, is there anything that someone could make fun of you for that you would actually be upset with?
I don't know.
Or like deep down upset with, but like overtly you wouldn't. Here's
when I'm upset, when it's not creative, when it's not, like, when it's typically, okay, here's a perfect example. This guy, by the way, if you guys want a weed-infused
Yes,
brownie,
for the listening audience at home, Andrew sat down and had a pound of weed brownies in his hand.
Yeah, so
in a
they're
Ziploc
pretty
bag.
potent, so I would say if you want one, maybe take like a quarter of, like, take one and then eat like a half of one right now.
I'm scared.
Because I really tasted the oil on that one. And so
you did these last night, right?
Oh yeah,
you ate them. Yeah,
and you said I was really fucking high last night. They taste good though. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, you can have as many as you want. I just don't want you to. I just don't want you to take like a full one and freak out because it's 100 milligrams or some shit. Like.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not having a full one.
I really wish I had non.
You want to try one, Travis?
Too.
No, because I want to go to the States someday.
States? Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
I want to get to America, but no, thank you.
Well, you're just trying to hope to star in that Eddie Murphy remake of Coming to America.
Yeah, I know, and I got to get there fast.
So, wait, you had a really good question. Sorry,
like, would anything actually hurt you?
Oh my god, these are strong.
You could taste it right away.
Oh yeah.
No, but here's my point: being that when there's this guy, and like I'm not trying to shit on him, like he runs a light and he's not funny, but anyway. But he's new, like he needs to learn, So like that shit can be worked out. But so he's a little short fella who fucking bartends, which I think is hilarious because I picture him. They have like one of those sliding, like in a library, like I picture they must have one of those sliding like ladders so he can reach the top shelf.
I don't know why I thought of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. And so anyway, we were doing Toothy Moose one night, or Snigglies when it became Toothy Moose. And he went out and had a set and he just bombed. Like, he bombed. And I went up and I did my set and I had a good set. And he got really fucking weird. He was like, I don't get it. I dressed nice tonight and I can't get a laugh. And you look like a piece of shit. And they love you. And to me, that's not busting balls. Like, he might have been trying to bust balls, but it's not really. Like, I don't know. I didn't know his
effort in that.
First of all, I didn't know his last name until like 2 weeks ago. So you don't bust balls with some guy that don't even know your last fucking name. Secondly, like, don't come. If you come at me, if you're busting balls is to come at me and tell me I'm fat and I'm ugly, that pisses me off. Not because it's a fucking insult that I hear all the time or I've heard all the time growing up. It's because it's unoriginal and it's not funny. So when he said that, I looked at him and I was like, yeah, they're called jokes. I write them. That's why I got to fucking laugh.
Right.
Like. But, like, have you ever had any negative busting balls experiences?
No, I'm good with anything as long as we're friends and it's funny.
Yeah, it has to be friendship.
And it has to be funny. Yeah. Just like you say. I haven't personally been on the receiving end of anything that I found particularly shitty.
And even if we're not friends, if it's funny, then I'm like, oh, fuck, you can be my friend.
It's like one of my favorite experiences, this comic from, like, he didn't see my set that night. He came by. Absolute in Toronto has, like, a lounge area up front where the comics hang out after the show. And he came and he hung out. It was me, him, Chris Gordon, Casey Corbin, I think, was there, too. Anyway, and a couple, Amish Patel, a couple other comics that, I was working there and that I know. And this is the time, like, I just got a fresh haircut. And he looked at me, he's like, Andrew, I really like your haircut. And I was like, thanks, man. He's like, what would I exactly have to ask the barber to leave looking like a lesbian? And so I do a joke about that in my act, but he didn't see my act. And I pissed myself laughing when he said it, because he delivered it so deadpan, as if he was genuinely interested in my haircut. And then he took me aside, and he was like, are you okay with these jokes, by the way? Because, like, a lot of younger comics, they don't like busting balls. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I want you to go harder, man.
Yeah,
If it makes me, as long as it's funny, as long as it's fucking funny, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And you gotta, like, have some rapport. Like, even though I met that guy that night, like, I felt like we kind of got along. Like we were almost friends immediately. Yeah. So you got to have that rapport.
Humor is such a universal thing. Like, if you can make somebody laugh, they are more prone to like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
Like, if you match on a sense of humor, you're more inclined to want to be friends with that person. Yeah. So I totally get it. Even if a complete stranger, they turn out to be funny right off the bat. Like, you immediately feel drawn to that person.
Yeah. And I feel like it takes away any power from anyone who's, like, trying to come at you. Okay, say what you want. I've been insulted in the most creative and funniest ways by people who actually care about me.
Yeah. Well, that's almost like, interestingly enough, that's how I feel about hecklers. Because, like, what at best is a heckler, if they're trying to be mean, is going to say?
Yeah.
To me, you're fat, you're ugly.
John Candy.
Yeah. Do you know this story?
What? No.
I forgot about that.
What?
So it's Toothy Moose one night, and fucking this guy was drunk, and he just started yelling John Candy at me, and I went, what? And he went, John Candy, you fat cunt. I've never seen Robbie almost fist fight somebody for, like, my honor. Like he was literally, Robbie's like, I'll fucking kick the shit out of this guy. I'll throw him the fuck out. And I was like, he didn't like how I was talking to his ex-girlfriend who was in the audience or some shit. Anyway. But, like, all that stuff, like John Candy, fat cunt, fat this. Like, I grew up with that shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I've gotten over bullying. Like, it doesn't bother me. And if the most creative thing you can say is that you're fat and maybe your blood type's gravy, then you're a hack. You're a hack.
Yeah. And the way I see it, too, it's like, if you've already... There's nothing anyone can say to me to make fun of me that I haven't already made fun of myself for.
We can work on it. I mean, if you want, we could brainstorm some ideas and...
On me?
Yeah. And we'll just roast you right now.
I wanted to do a roast the host for the live stream, but I'm like, that's kind of arrogant.
No, it could be fun.
Yeah, it could be fun. You gotta get.
I'm not going to be there, so I don't have to write the jokes. So
you can phone them in, fax them,
voicemail them in.
Yeah.
When are you doing your live stream?
February 16th.
I will be in Toronto. Then I'm going to call in.
Won't be back yet.
Call in and call me a hoe that doesn't get laid.
Yeah, probably.
Something along those lines.
I can really taste the oil in this one. Woo.
Yeah, man. I only took a couple of bites, and I'm glad I stopped there. I've been pretty stoned for a while.
Oh, I'm going to get high as fuck tonight.
I feel like I want to take more, but I shouldn't.
Well, you know what they say at the NSLC? Start slow.
That was it?
I think that's what they say.
Something like that. No, but you don't.
Oh, wait. Maybe they just said that to me. You should start slow.
I'll feel it out. Feel it out.
Well, I did 1.5, so.
Have you ever been roasted? Like, there's been roast battles, because there was one for Dan, right?
Yeah, we did a Dan roast, and we did a Catherine roast, and then
we did roast battles. Yeah.
Oh. Is that something
that
might ever come back?
I honestly think there's just too small of us to do roasts that frequently here. Like, they're fun, but, like... Yeah. Catherine's roast is fun, but I don't know how many fucking times I was wondering, did I already make that joke about this person on another roast? Like, you know. I was, honestly, I'm not so disappointed, but the one I expected to murder in Catherine's roast because he did so well on roast battles was Martin. And he had good jokes. It's just like, I expected him to really slaughter.
Oh, yeah. I saw Martin today, actually.
Oh, yeah?
At the liquor store. And it was funny because...
Was he buying booze? That motherfucker told me he had no money to buy booze the other day.
He was buying booze. He was at the checkout, like, right across from me.
He's got a new
Maybe
titty
he made some
sucking buddy.
cash sucking titties.
And I was like, Martin Edwards. He's like, hey, what's up? And I was like, I'm getting drunk. And then I immediately went to, I shouldn't have said that in the liquor store.
They
And
know
then I
why
was
you're
like,
there. You're not.
you know, like not right now, but like later. And I like got totally awkward about it. And like cash register.
I feel
person
like
was
anybody at the liquor store, like, it would be weird if you went, I'm just getting mildly buzzed. Like, they'd be like, no, that chick's fucking got a problem.
This isn't for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. I was just
3
like,
bags of Listerine are for me.
fuck.
It's just the problem with doing roast at our level, I think, is that we have to make the jokes so general, broad topic, so that if you don't know the people, you can still kind of get a laugh off of it. And there's only so many general, broad topics we can bring up. Like Travis doesn't have a dad. Dan isn't funny. No, I'm just joking. Ian Black is short. Catherine's a slut. Like, it's all these like.
Is Catherine a slut?
Used to be.
Used to be.
Yeah. The old. I probably shouldn't say this because I love Catherine. I'll tell you off podcast.
I think that's almost even worse saying that.
No, it's just like anybody can hear this, so I'll wait till like she knows the slogan. I just don't want to put it out there publicly. She used to sow her wild oats back in the day. That's fine. Everyone's allowed to do that. Like, you know.
Awesome.
I feel like I'm giving you. I feel like I'm giving you.
I'm going to ask her about it.
Andrew was uncomfortable talking about your past. Will you talk about it?
Can you elaborate, please, Catherine?
No. And then all of a sudden I have to make my own fucking brownies forever because I can't buy cookies.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to record with Catherine.
When are you doing that? I didn't realize.
Friday.
Oh,
so I'm doing.
Well, remember when this podcast came out, that episode
right.
has already
So,
been
like,
recorded.
Oh, interesting.
Fridays
Yeah.
ago,
It might already be out. Who even knows?
Yeah.
We're in the future.
Well,
When this airs.
yeah. Well, it's gonna air on the whatever the last Tuesday of January is, which I think is the 28th or the
29th.
29th.
Yeah. 27th raw.
Just because for me, oh fuck, I might miss the Rumble. We might miss the Rumble. Are we doing a show on the 27th?
No, 25th.
Oh,
We'll be gone. That's the Monday.
I've got the network. I can catch up.
I go to a Royal Rumble event every year.
Although I did go to a live WWE
Like
show
on
over
tape.
the summer.
I know you did, you asshole.
Yeah, no,
He was
good,
mad
man.
because he missed it.
good.
Travis missed
I
it.
had to miss it.
Here in
It was
Halifax?
hot.
I was in St. John.
It was at the
right.
It was at the Forum. Travis was out of town. I have a half brother. He was in town, so we went to see wrestling together.
Yeah.
I like watching the Rumble. It's fun.
You do actually go?
It's the
Every
most
year.
drunkest I get every year.
Yeah.
See, I want to do a Rumble with you some year. Obviously, I can't this year, but we do WrestleMania together usually. Last year sucked. I felt so shitty because I even bought that ticket and I had to get a refund on the fucking thing because the weather was shit. But I love watching Mania with Travis because what was the last time we watched it in a theater?
Yeah.
And so I ordered a hot dog at the theater. And the buns weren't defrosted, so they're like, we'll deliver it to you.
They had to bring it to him.
And I'm sitting in a chair in the theater with my replica championship belt over my shoulder, and they deliver a hot dog to me, and they're just like, this is the most white trashy thing you could have ever done.
How are the theater hot dogs?
I love theater hot dogs.
I love a theater hot dog. They're one of my favorites.
They're pretty good.
For a hot dog, yeah.
You know, the
You can't
Irving
fuck up a hot dog.
I mean, yeah, you can.
How?
I've had some bad 7-Eleven ones where I'm like, this
Really?
is...
Not cooked quite
Even
enough.
chicken wieners are good.
If they're cooked enough. Don't eat chicken wieners raw. That's a bad choice.
Even chicken wieners.
And that's why I can say that word that slipped out.
They're called roosters.
I like New York fries as hot dogs, too.
I haven't had New York fries since high school.
I
used to-
enjoy New York fries.
I used to do the New York Fries at Empire Theaters when I worked there, and
did you?
I fucking hated it.
Didn't you?
Because I said to them, I was like, when they hired me, I said, because I used to work at McDonald's, and I said, look, I'll do every position in this theater except New York Fries. And they're like, why? It's like, I worked in fast food before. I don't like working around the fryers. I don't like it. I just don't like it. And I worked there for 2-3 years, and then like the last year, they decided I got this schedule, and it said training shift New York Fries. You've got to be fucking kidding me. I was trained on box office at that point, usher, confectioner. I was trained on everything except New York Fries. They trained me on New York Fries. And I was not a good employee after that point. I would do things. If there was a shitty customer who came up and ordered a pretzel dog, because the pretzel dogs had to be made out back and without anyone looking.
Pretzel dog.
Why? Oh, don't tell me you got to stick your dick in the pretzel dough to make it actually hot dog shape.
Oh, but it's just that's where the cooker is. That's where the cooker is. So you like. So what I would do is I would lick my hands before making the pretzel dog, and then I would roll it through the.
Which one do you work at?
No, I was just gonna ask.
Fredericton, New Brunswick.
Oh, thank God. Okay, well, okay,
I've never
fine. Yeah, lick.
What's a Oh, that's wow.
Pretzel dogs are actually pretty goddamn dope. It's pretzel wrapped around a hot dog.
That sounds unreal. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus.
I just really didn't want to work that position. I was very
Well, I know you have no problem working around the deep fryer here.
Well, very rarely.
You guys have a deep fryer?
Yeah, I made some dope-ass fish chips.
Yeah, you really did.
I did. I made a fucking dope-ass
knocked it out of the park, yeah.
I think you guys got someone to come to Mega Comedy Mondays this week.
Yeah?
My friend Catherine just messaged me.
Oh, yeah. Catherine.
She said, hey, what time is comedy on Monday? Are you going?
Is that the Catherine that you went to Travis's album taping?
Yes.
We matched on Tinder, and then she
told
stopped
me about
talking
it.
to me.
And she what?
And then she stopped answering.
Get your coasters out. We're spilling tea.
Yeah.
How is that
There's
a
the
phrase?
dirt I'm dishing.
How is that a phrase? I didn't even know that was a phrase until she said it to me
Spilling the
once.
tea. Or sipping the tea. I guess it could be either one.
Is there
Some say
gossip
sip, some
around
say
tea?
spill.
Is that the whole
Yeah.
Like, you know, like...
I think it fully came from. I think it started with that Kermit the Frog meme.
Yeah.
Where it's like, that's not my business.
That's none of my business, but... Sip, sip, sip.
I like that Kermit the Frog meme where it's the one in the hoodie talking to the other one. Like, just do it. Or like,
You mean the dark side?
Yeah, I like that.
In the hoodie.
Me
He's
and
got a
also
hoodie
me.
on.
Look at you. You should know Star Wars references.
Oh, he's wearing the fucking cloak.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Even I knew that. Jesus.
Well, fuck me running. I don't know.
Well, you don't have to run far.
Fuck me running?
Yeah, it's a phrase I'm introducing. 2019.
You said fuck me walking earlier tonight. I was very confused.
Yeah,
what you meant.
that's an old phrases I use. Fuck me running, fuck me
He's
walking.
thinking about using the treadmill.
Just fuck me. .ca.
Guess what? I almost got hit by a train today.
Like a train, like a real
Yeah.
train, or did you almost have a train pulled on you? Like,
So you know where
the football team was in town and was like, we got a couple hours.
We don't have a game for 2 weeks.
I'm always the caboose in the train. It's never fun.
All right, train story.
So there's a trail that leads to the Walmart behind my building.
Or did you almost
know
get
the
hit by
trail.
trains touring bus?
Well, how often do you see a goddamn train? They're not very
Well, they run
common.
every weekend
Well, they're
through
not-
via
okay.
rail. Via rail.
But you know, like, everyone takes that trail
Yep.
to cut through to get to the Walmart.
Yep.
I've gotten fined walking through there before.
No way.
$220.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
crossing
because
some
if you
tracks?
get hit by a
Yeah.
fucking
'Cause you're
train,
not-
it's
'cause there's signs
Dunsville.
saying-
There's fences.
Don't
You have to go
trespass.
through a hole in the fence.
You gotta
on
go
each
through the whole
side.
fence, and
Well, then fix the hole in the fence, asshole.
They do.
then people cut it with wire. There's one
been going
guy
on for
in my apartment
years.
complex that has wire cutters that will go back in and cut.
Travis,
the
they
holes.
haven't been able to fucking stop glory holes. You want to stop them all in the fence?
Touche.
But I was like walking through there with my headphones on, and got pretty close, and then I was like, I should probably look. And I was like right there. It was like really close to me, and I was like, fuck, I need to pay attention more.
Did you lose an arm? Or
No.
like fried green tomatoes? No.
Oh shit, that scene was crazy.
I love that movie.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
Dude, that's a hidden lesbian film.
I've heard that.
Why is that?
Because in the book, it's very apparent that they're gay. It says it so in the book. And in the movie, they had to play it down a little bit. Fucking chick from Weeds is totally eating that other chick's pussy.
Nancy Botman?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man. It's hot.
Holy fuck!
I'll never look at tomatoes the same way again.
I don't think I could eat a fried green tomato. It sounds weird. But there's a whole weird plot point where they kill a guy and then they cook him. It's very fucking weird.
Yeah, I actually remember that scene.
Yeah. The guy, because the chick from Weeds, her husband beats the shit out of her, and then he comes to take the baby, and then the homeless man tries to fight him, but then he beats up the homeless man, so the black guy has to fight him. This sounds like a weird video game.
yeah.
Like, you get past the homeless man, you got to fight the black guy, and then he just disappears, and then it just shows the black guy making ribs, and everyone going, "This is the greatest ribs I've ever tasted in my life," and it's just implied that it's they're eating the human.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Chris O'Donnell was in that movie, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He played the
Chris O'Donnell.
Chris O'Donnell.
He played the guy that died at the train that she was in love with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking love this movie, man. That and The League of Their Own are like, mwah,
League of Their Own is great.
Do you remember the bird? I loved it.
I have childhood memories of it that are great, but then rewatching it, it's not a very good movie.
Now I got to mention Boys on the Side.
In my opinion, I don't like it.
What wasn't a very good movie?
Burbs.
The Burbs.
I don't remember The Burbs.
Tom Hanks.
Oh, is that the one where he's like warring with the neighbors and the shit? Yeah, I've only seen it once when I was very young. I like Big because that chick's a pedophile in it. She's trying to fuck a kid the entire movie.
They have Small coming out.
It's a prequel.
It's
how I feel about myself inside.
I think it's called Small, and it's a woman who becomes a kid.
Does it star
Ooh,
Kelly?
you can't fuck that one.
No, it's an all black female cast, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't fuck that one. That's where it gets tricky.
Yeah, well, they're doing it. They're going for it.
Yeah, you know what my favorite switcheroo movie is? Me and Travis's favorite switcheroo movie.
Parents.
Say it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Switch movie? Wait a minute. Oh God.
Where someone maybe ages when they still have the mentality of a child.
Oh, Jack?
No. I thought we were hardcore on 13 going on 30.
Oh, I love 13 going on 30, of course, yes.
That's a dope-ass movie, man. I didn't watch it for years because I thought it sucked, and then this guy fucking turned me on to it. Jennifer Garner, man. Fucking Mark Ruffalo. Boom. Elektra and the Hulk making it happen. Bumping fucking
Mark
badges.
Ruffalo is, yeah.
So's Jennifer Garner.
Yeah.
But they got that great fucking song by what is it? Liz
Fair.
Yeah.
Is that
fucking
Why can't I?
Why can't I?
I've never actually seen this movie.
Oh, it's great. 13 going on 30
if you
is
can
awesome.
handle like honestly, like I love it, but honestly, it is like a rom-com. If you can handle rom-coms, then it's fine. I think
it's a good rom-com.
It's really good, and it shouldn't, by all rights, should not be good because Jennifer Garner is not that great of an actress. Yeah. And the plot of her, like, I was 13 and I woke up and all of a sudden I was 30 and the sex is weird and guys are gross. Like, it shouldn't have worked on paper, but it was actually
have sex
really
in that movie?
No, but she wakes up and the hockey player's trying to fuck her, remember? But, like...
I think I might have seen it once.
Well, we'll
like,
put it on after the podcast.
I don't actually remember much of it. I just know that Ariana Grande put it in her music video.
Yeah. Yeah, she referenced it.
Yeah. Well, fuck that bitch.
No way.
Fuck
she's
that bitch.
No, she's great.
I hate her brother, her stupid fucking brother.
Oh, Frank
Are
is
we talking
the
about
worst.
Ariana
Grande? I hate her brother.
Shine bright like a Frankie.
Frankie's the worst.
Some YouTube star who ended up on Big Brother because his sister's famous.
Yeah.
He was on Celebrity Big Brother in the UK.
He could be in the sequel to Philadelphia probably someday.
Celeb Big Brother US is starting soon.
Yeah,
I
can't get on board
because it's not going to be the same as the UK.
You guys ruined me for it. I'm not gonna lie. Like having watched like the UK version.
Yeah.
There's a girl who shoves her wine bottle up her pussy in the UK version.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Bob's your uncle.
Yeah.
I never understood that term.
Well, that's shove a wine bottle up your pussy.
Bob's
you
your
get him,
uncle.
Bob's your uncle.
Why would you do that?
For sexual gratification.
How else are you gonna make it to the finals?
Yeah.
But like,
too much Pornhub.
It just doesn't seem.
11 p.m.
It's about to kick off. This girl's put no wine bottle up her pussy. She is.
I love
Tori's feeling a little tipsy.
The narration was the best part.
It is
like Thomas is having a chat with so and so.
I wish they had a Cockney English accent on there though. Like, oh, this bloke over here is about to start some shit. He is.
I hate that show so much.
But have you ever watched the UK version?
Yes.
It's insane. It's insane. Oh, did you have somebody in your life that watched it? Or?
No. Carol watched it.
You're like, oh,
that's what I was tiptoeing around. It was very weird.
But that had nothing to do with it. I've just always hated that show. I never got how people got into things like Big Brother. It's
great.
It's just so boring.
You've never seen them revealing to David Bowie's ex-wife that David Bowie's dead.
Yeah.
What?
She was on Celebrity Big Brother when he died.
Is that clip on YouTube?
God.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I want to see that clip.
It's great.
I've never seen it.
She takes it well, but then she tells Tiffany New York Pollard, who was Flavor of Love fame.
Oh fuck. Okay.
She goes, I don't want to tell anyone else. David's dead. There's a guy in the house whose name was also David. So now we have mistaken identity. and New York loses her goddamn mind.
Oh,
and starts running around the house saying David's dead, David's dead. And now Bowie's ex-wife is like, oh God, here we go. And like she's freaking out. She's like, no, not that David. Like and then New York ends up getting mad at David Bowie's ex-wife and like tries to fight her.
Oh my God.
And then a couple months later, that actual David in the house died.
Oh, wow. What? Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. He was Liza Minnelli's like ex-husband. Yeah.
How did he die?
Shit.
He was just old cancer or some
old
shit. Yeah.
Old death? Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the series Dead Set?
Oh, it's amazing.
I've heard about this.
So good. It is
Yeah.
a zombie miniseries.
But also, can I interrupt for a second? It was written by Charlie Brooker of Black Mirror fame.
Yes.
That's, yeah.
Okay.
It's a miniseries about zombies. The zombie apocalypse happens
While
and
people are in the Big Brother
people are in the
house.
Big Brother house.
It's a great
And they
idea.
have to. It's even. I've never told you about it. It's 3 episodes long. Like I think 3 or 4 episodes.
It
like
used to be on
hour-long
Netflix.
episodes.
May still be.
Yeah, and it's all about them trying to deal with the fact that like the zombies are like they're trapped in a house and they're safe, but there's zombies everywhere. And, like they have no connection with the outside world.
I love it.
Yeah, it's really good.
I love that idea.
And I don't like the zombie thing was overplayed, but that came in right before it really started to get overplayed.
Yeah.
So it's a really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Corey told me about that. And I'm like, I still haven't watched it. I need to watch it.
You know what I was trying to find tonight? It's funny. You talk about things that you think, oh, it would be easy to find. It's the internet. It's always around. Did you ever hear this documentary? It's called The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Knoxville produced it, and it's all about these meth heads in fucking West Virginia.
No way.
Wow.
This family of meth heads and like bootleggers, and it's fucking amazing documentary. Can't find it online right now. Like, yeah. So good, though.
Wait, Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah, he produced it.
Oh, shit.
Because he heard about these guys and then was like, we need to make a fucking movie out of this. Like, yeah.
When was this?
It was, I don't know, like around 2010-ish type of... Yeah. Yeah, I got to try to find it. It's a fucking fantastic documentary.
Johnny Knoxville.
And watched,
Lost a Nut, he did.
He did. I binge watched 10 hours of a Netflix show.
Which one?
Was it my new show, Suicide Slope?
No, it wasn't.
10 hours? Which show?
You.
What did you think?
It's fucking bananas. It's such a ridiculous show. It's so much anxiety because they're like,
don't spoil it.
No, I won't spoil it. It's.
I've yet to talk to anyone who's watched.
Yeah, it's.
So I'm like so excited.
I enjoyed it. I'm obviously going to watch if there's some second season. I mean, obviously there's got to be the way it ended, but
it was entertaining though, right?
It was entertaining.
Like, say what you will, but like,
it
kept
was entertaining.
you.
Yeah.
The only thing about this show that I know is that you told me that the girl humps a pillow in it.
Yeah,
that's how she got off.
It's
after
fucking hot as shit, man.
Douchebag
Watching
didn't make her
ride pillows.
Yeah.
God, we do it so much.
Yeah.
You can just rub anything against that old button of yours, can't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That old button.
You can rub anything against your dick too.
Yeah.
Really.
I used to fucking hump things when I was young, like to an uncomfortable.
I think that's how most people get into.
Yeah, my parents used to fucking make fun of me for it, and I was like, "Oh, it's embarrassing. Stop making fun of me," because I used to hump shit. Then my sister used to pick on me, like Andrew used to hump his blanket when he was younger. He used to hump his blanket when he was younger. I found out that bitch used to hump furniture when she was younger.
How do you guys know this about each other?
Because our fucking parents told us.
How do your parents?
They played a shame fucking battle royal. They put us all in the fucking room together and shamed all of us until we turned against each other.
Jesus Christ.
Andrew used to hump pillows.
No, I used to hump my blanket.
Andrew used to hump blankets.
Yeah.
Travis, about the You show though, the main character, I forget his actor name. It's the guy from Gossip. He's Dan from Gossip Girl. But I guess like there was like a BuzzFeed article that was like the actor's name is concerned that you find his character hot in this movie.
Yeah. People were like,
you're like,
you're like, he's like, don't like my character. He's a fucking terrible dude. He's a stalker, and that's O'Neill. That's not a spoiler. Like literally,
that's the premise
right away. It's
was it DDP?
Yeah, DDP. Sarah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's a wrestling thing. That's for our wrestling fans. They get it. You guys don't.
You guys don't.
I know a little bit of wrestling.
No, we're not even going to explain it.
My friends stopped inviting me to the wrestling events, and that's why I fell off.
Yeah, it's probably...
This is 2001. The Undertaker's wife, Sarah, was stalked by DDP Demdell's page, who now does yoga. But that's how they introduced him into the company. He
was a stalker.
He was a creepy
they would show
stalker
videos of
who
him
I
watching
didn't
his
realize
wife.
that.
Yeah, he would like film her. Like, and
Jesus Christ.
It's real dark. But then she beat the shit out of him.
Equality.
Bang.
Man, this moosehead is definitely different than the rest of the beer I've been drinking. You can really taste the difference.
Yeah, it's also not a liter and a half.
Yeah.
Lots of beer.
We're going to enjoy some pizza later.
I'm very excited.
It's going to be
Center
reheated.
Chester pizza.
I feel like
Big Red's Chester pizza with wieners
is that
on
what
it.
you got?
That's what I went down to get.
Oh, you didn't tell me what kind of pizza.
That's
you
why I
got.
told you there was pizza left over for you. Like, that's why I got a 16-inch so we could all have enough. Like,
I feel like this pizza embodies me.
How do they come up with the inches on pizza? Like 16. What does that mean? Is it like across? Is it up and down?
Around
It's
16 inches in
diameter?
diameter.
That's what I thought.
What is a diameter? Isn't that what women like put in them? A diameter?
Diaphragm?
No, that's diaphragm.
What is a diaphragm then?
Oh, I don't actually.
I thought
really
you put it
know.
in your pussy to measure the distance of your vagina.
Like an IUD.
No.
You're thinking of dilated.
I don't know. Like, I've heard like sometimes your pupils dilate when you're high or when you're high.
Poor Andrew's so confused.
How wide is your vagina? Let's just get
I
down
don't
to
know.
it. Do you have a 6-inch wide vagina?
No.
I don't think
I
anybody
can tell you
does.
right now it's no.
It's getting
I
very
have a
weird
12-inch
ecology
change.
for me.
It's getting collegey too.
Yeah, this is very ecology.
College radio. Okay, we'll stop being fucking shock jocks for a second.
Not even. Just college drunk dudes being like,
Let's talk about pussy.
you won't show your tits.
That's not what I was trying to do.
I hate to
I was
say
trying
it,
to
it
build
works.
a bit about her wide pussy.
That fucking works.
Yeah, it's some
Yeah.
very
Not now.
God.
I would
I
say
wasn't
in
going
my
to ask
20s
you. I was
in-
going to ask Richard.
In my 20s, it would have worked.
dumb curiosity thing. Oh, no,
That's
sure,
literally
no.
how I.
Have you guys ever been when you were young and drinking? Have you ever, and maybe in college or just young and drinking? Have you ever been to a party where all the chicks start making out with each other for fun? That was one of the most wildest nights in university for me. I couldn't believe they were just kissing each other for our amusement.
That was
Like,
high school.
All of them?
Well, that's
we had
the same
all
time
of the
it would have been
girls
in
were doing
university. Yeah, like every girl, like just fucking like paired off and just started hardcore making out with each other, and they're like, "It's not gay, it's just fun."
They just wanted to show Andrew everything he couldn't have.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, no. I was in elementary when you were in
Oh yeah, I
God.
forgot.
college. Yeah.
Travis the Kid.
I don't know if I'm legally allowed to say some of these things around you.
No.
That's crazy. Like,
Have you ever made out with a girl for attention?
For attention.
But that's why they were doing it. They wanted the men to go. like,
Actually, I think the times that I don't think so. Not really for attention. More curiosity. But
yeah, same with me.
Am I cool now?
Am I a disappointment, Dad?
first kisses.
Very simple planish.
Same night I had sex. This was for my first kiss.
Was it seriously?
Goddamn right it was.
Wait, what?
That's a big night.
Nobody wants to fuck me. No one wants to kiss me. I don't know. I kissed another girl before I fucked that girl. It was my roommate. My roommate was
right.
like,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Kiss and then.
Yeah. But I only ever kissed 3 girls in my entire life. I think it's bad when you got to think about it.
Not
right?
including mom.
No, I'm talking with tongue. I'm talking like.
Oh, well, okay. Still, not including mom.
Yeah, not including mom. So
These
4,
foot
2
rubs
Yeah.
sound really good.
No, but I was just being a good son. I was the not Macaulay Culkin character in that movie.
In the good one, you were the.
I believe that was Elijah Wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did he ever get up to? Really,
I know.
Didn't he do a show about a dog?
Wilfred is
Wilfred,
amazing.
Yeah,
it's
it's
great.
really good. And it's based on an Australian show, and the Australian version is also very good.
I think the American one's better. I've watched the Australian one. I think the American one's better.
I haven't watched them close enough to really get.
And the reason I will say this
know that they both
is the
exist.
Australian one kind of was like all over the wall. Like there was not only the dog. Because you ever see this show?
No.
It's a guy. Elijah Wood has mental. Like his girlfriend leaves him or something, and all of a sudden their dog. He can see it as a guy in a dog costume who talks to him. Right.
Right.
Man, I need to get a dog.
Yeah, you do. And his in the Australian version, they do several animals. Like not only does he see a dog like that, he sees a parrot like that, he sees like a cat like that. Where in the U.S. version, they just had a much more like streamlined idea of what they wanted to do with the series instead of having it being kind of all over the place. I thought,
Right.
So,
My favorite part was when it was coming out, just every Jim Jeffries interview. I'm not the dog in
Yeah. That Jim Jeffries show was fucking hilarious. The scripted comedy show where he had the fucking handicapped guys as his friend. He had like a kid that was Down syndrome. And they take him to a strip club and stuff. Oh, it's fucking amazing. Yeah. Good show.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times.
Good times in the
Kept
morning.
DJ Qualls working.
Yep, it did. It had the kid from Road Trip. The fucking skinny ass kid played.
Road Trip.
Oh yeah. I love that movie.
Amy Smart's getting fucked in that one.
Yeah, she gets naked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then she has to
Naked ladies.
do it with Breckenmeyer.
Yeah.
What is it? What?
Breckenmeyer. This is the main guy on Road Trip.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Seth Green's buddy.
I just
Also in Can't Hardly Wait is him.
Fuck.
Everyone's in Can't Hardly Wait.
Yep.
true.
Everyone from that 90s-ish era.
Yeah.
It took forever for me to watch 10 Things I Hate About You, but I thought that was actually really fucking good
That's one of
movie,
my.
man.
That's one of my faves.
I saw that when it first came out, and I don't think I've seen it since.
I got the VHS.
Oh, no way.
Trivia.
Yes.
You were there that night. That
Yes,
was at
you
the-
were. Yeah, that was. That
You
when
won
we
it
were-
as a prize.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was this weird trivia.
Wait, was
these
that
guys
the
used to do.
Oasis?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
Oasis.
I was there that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I won American Pie on VHS that night, even though I
Yeah.
already owned it, but I still wanted
Was
to
this
win
movie
it.
specific?
No, but it was
Or
like
just
there was a weird trivia night where they would have comics do sets in between, so we would just play for the fuck of it.
Yeah.
and you won movies.
Yeah, you'd win movies. You'd always win weird stuff. One round was like iced tea stuff. Like it was always silly prizes.
Right. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Like
Because like most bars, when you have trivia, the bar will give up money or gift certificates as a prize. And this one, it was just like whatever the host can
Can
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a friend's trivia night once, which I did terrible at.
I remember
love how
that
I went
being
into
posted,
it being like, I'm gonna do so good, and these fucking questions, they're ridiculous.
Yeah, for hardcore
So I did not
fans.
do well, but we won. We won as a team, but I did not contribute. Like
shit. Were you with Norm?
no, God no. He.
Okay.
he has his own trivia, you know, like he.
Yeah. Okay. That's
But
fair.
we don't actually hang out a lot outside of trivia.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Like, I was just gonna see how quiet they would go after this trivia discussion. It was.
I don't know. I always like it's weird. Like when you go into things, you're like, I think I'm gonna know it, and then they ask really specific questions. Like you could probably do Disney trivia quite well.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I feel like that would
Oh,
be
we did.
your-
We won.
Yeah.
Yeah, one. Yeah, 2 out of. Yeah, I think we did a clean sweep.
You must know a lot.
I take this shit seriously.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything that I know enough about that I would be like, I would do great in this trivia.
And then I know a lot of like random bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do okay
I know
at
a lot of
actual trivia
useless
nights,
stuff,
but
yeah.
I don't know if there's a specific subject that would be.
Yeah. There's very few things I'm like.
My
I'm very
trivia
confident
team.
about this. I'm very confident about this.
If I ever end up on like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and it happens to be a Disney question, you're getting that.
I better be the phone.
You're getting the
Is Who
phone
Wants to Be a
friend.
Millionaire still going?
I have no
It's
idea.
syndicated. There's always a different host. Oh, who? Last I checked.
Added a new phone a friend in England.
Phone a friend in England.
I think it's called Phone a Mate, actually.
We're talking about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they added a new option for help.
Yeah.
It's called
okay.
Ask a Host.
Oh.
And it's you literally ask the host what he thinks the answer is,
That's amazing.
and it was on the big
it's a new
fat
lifeline.
quiz, the big
Yeah.
fat quiz that they do every year. They showed a compilation where every time someone asked the host, he'd be like, "I don't know." Honestly, I don't know. And it's just like every time someone chooses it, he's like, "I don't know the answer."
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's still live in England. I don't. Is it?
No, they still syndicate it here. After Regis stopped doing it, There was what's her face that used to be on the Meredith. Yeah, Meredith used to do it. And then Chris Hansen, not the other Chris Hansen, the other Chris Hansen, the other Chris Hansen. The
you have just
Bachelor
won
at
$1,000, and I need you to take a seat over there.
Take a hot seat.
I stumbled across catch. God, that sounds
I
bad.
stumbled across.
No, you never stumbled across.
Steven showed up on
What are
my
you guys filming? I'll take a stale brownie.
They're not stale. They're filled with oil.
It was in my recommended videos to catch a predator clips.
I love To Catch a Predator. I love that. It's fucking hilarious every time.
Yeah.
And it teaches you how to
And it
not
teaches
get caught.
it teaches Andrew how to not get caught. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Melvin, you're naked.
The girl, like the actor girl,
Yeah,
in the
she
scene.
ain't
Is it the
pretty.
same girl every time?
No, they
No, they have different
depending-
ones.
Okay, because the ones that I watched, it was the same chick.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on episode / depends on state. Like each state has their own weird laws about how you can get away with this. Because a lot of states they won't let them do it because it's considered entrapment.
Right.
Because you're essential. And it technically is.
Yeah.
Is this a topic that you feel very passionately about?
No, because I love watching them getting busted. I think it's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's the best part.
See the one where Chris Hansen busted a dude that he knew?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh no way! Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
know
a guy
that.
like he used to like when they were like coming into the city for work, like would always sit together on the train and talk. And
Oh shit!
Oh my
or
god.
buddy, and like he knew what Chris Hansen did. And then like.
Damn, man.
That's awkward.
I'm going to say this, but I want to continue the topic. We're at 2 hours. This is where
Holy
the Boys
shit!
Club podcast is ending / InTalksicated podcast. You can catch our extra. We're going to record for a little bit longer, and then
Yes.
that's going to go up on both of our Patreon feeds. So if you like this episode, check us out on Patreon. BC Pod on Patreon, and Intoxicated
It's
is
just intoxicated.
Intoxicated. You can subscribe. You can get the bonus. Let's continue with To Catch a Predator.
That's it.
All right.
Boys Club.
Is it called Boys Club because my apartment looks like a boy lives in it?
I wouldn't say a boy lives in it. I would say a boy is kidnapped somewhere in here. Boys Club. We're everything. We're true crime. We're world star hip hop.
World Star Hip Hop. We're Netflix reviews.
Stories of the day. Boys Club. Listen.
Yeah, do it. We're on iTunes. We're on Spotify. I think. No, we're not. And on Google Play. Nobody gives a shit.
Boys Club. Boys Club podcast. Now with 90% more sound clips of black people. Boys Club. Touch me and I'll sue.